I'm definitely gonna see how today goes. Not sure how long I'll play. Just figure I do something for people. Even if you're just listening in, that's perfectly fine. Listen in, have fun. Oops, I did not mean to open the game. Well, you know what? You can't hear the game anyway, so it's all good. But yeah, the plan today is at minimum we're gonna finish up the first trial. I mean, that should bring us to episode 2. We can at least start that. And I'll be like, well, we're gonna get through the game proper now. Ah, oh god, I might be a little tired too, so I apologize for that as well. Yeah, the plan right now. I'm happy I was able to beat Samus Returns Saturday, so we'll start Super Metroid next Saturday, or this upcoming Saturday. Probably will take 1 or 2 streams at most, and then we will finish it off with Metroid Fusion. Meanwhile, we got this game, which will take a while, I'm sure, and we also have Horizon Zero Dawn, which will also take a while. But I'm excited. I'm still having fun with this, and I know my friends would want me to just try to just keep on going and having fun. I think that's the most important thing I could do. So, nobody's alone. We're all there for each other. I'm gonna get into the game now, because I am ready to go. It's been 2 weeks. The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles! It's gonna be exciting though, it's gonna be fun. Alright. So we're at part 3 of this first trial. Let's see how this turns out. 22nd November, 1:14 p.m. Supreme Court of Judicature, Court number 2. When she suddenly makes an appearance. Well, I understand you are the judicial assistant to the defense, but why this sudden ingress into my courtroom? Yeah, a judicial assistant, and a woman no less. Remember the time period. Remember the time period, guys? In the rural state, the females are not permitted into this court of law other than to testify. Yes, I fully understand. I only asked for 5 minutes of time. I have some violent evidence and must hand it over to the defense. You're too late, little girl. This trial has already been concluded. 5 minutes? I will not allow a moment more. What? Your Excellency? I am most grateful. Oh, we got all 3 of us here now. That's cool. Who exactly are you? Sorry, there's no time. Please, simply accept this for now. What is it? A report about something? Written in English. It's Giselle Brett's research. Oh? The English woman's? After the trial resumed earlier, I hurried back to the university. I went to Dr. Wilson's lab in the medical faculty and borrowed this paper. Oh yes, that's right. Miss Brett was studying with the professor, wasn't she? So, does this research, whatever it is, have something to do with the case? Oh, no, of course not. Special characteristics of Curare and its effects on human subjects. Interesting. Cure rare? What's that? It sounds like something in Final Fantasy. Like a rare cure. What that work for? Time's up! The prosecution demands the immediate removal of this female trespasser from the courtroom. There was too little time for me to read it in detail, but I've summarized what I could on a note just inside the cover. If you think it could be valuable, please cast your eye over it. This is wonderful, thank you. Alright. Report has been entered. A report detailing an unknown poison that Miss Brett has been researching during her time at UA University. Goodbye then, and good luck. You have had long enough, Consul. We cannot detain our English guest any longer. I ask the prosecution and the defense now one last time. Does either side have any further evidence to present to the court? I presume not, but... The prosecution has made its case convincingly enough already. Nothing more to add, Your Excellency. Yusuke, we're out of options here. This really is our very last chance. Yes, I know. Your Excellency, the defense does have new evidence. That look. The unyielding stare of a true Japanese warrior. Well, Miss Brett? Yes, Your Excellency. If you wouldn't mind, perhaps you could grace us with your presence a little longer. It's a delightful invitation, but I'm afraid it's not so very long until tea time. I'll have to politely decline. Forgive me, Miss Brett, it seems I wasn't clear. I realize it was phrased as a question. However, I must ask you to treat that as an order. Ooh, let's go. I've said it many times before, but the Japanese language makes no sense. My apologies, dear lady. So, Counsel? What is this new evidence that demands the court's attention? Well, I want to also examine this. Okay, so a poison made from the bark of certain trees in the jungles of South America. The hunters of the region have used it since ancient times to incapacitate their prey. My damn controller's almost dead. Good thing I can plug it in right now. Ha ha ha. Can't give me that easy. Incapacitates. Alright, affects instant paralysis of the entire body and subsequent death, even in minute doses. Oh! Route of entry. The above-mentioned effects occur when the poison enters the body through a wound, such as that inflicted by a blowpipe dart. Due to its ability to render the human body paralytic, it's believed that the toxin could have application as an anesthetic. However, solution for the respiratory arrest caused by a result of the full body paralysis must be found first, or patients would die of suffocation. Then let's present it. Yes! Yes! Miss Giselle Brett, we understand you were studying under Dr. Wilson at UA University, doing research. Research, by sheer coincidence perhaps, into a deadly poison. What? Poison? Where are you going with this, Counsel? A toxin known as Curare, Your Excellency. Even the slightest amount of this deadly poison entering the body leads to instant death. Objection! Objection! Why completed other nonsense? Curare, you say? I never even heard of it. Wouldn't have done. What do you mean? I mean that you wouldn't have heard of Cura before for one very simple reason. It doesn't exist in our country. It doesn't exist. Correct, which means no matter what test the police can do for toxins, they never identify Curer. Why? Because there is no test available here that can identify the presence of this highly deadly poison. Oh snap! What? Order! Council, does this deadly poison truly exist? According to this report authorized by the visiting research student from England, Carrera has been long used by tribespeople of South America as a poison to lace their arrows. It seems that it's reasonably well known among European doctors and scientists. To lace their arrows? The report states that it is produced from the extract of a tree that grows deep in the Amazonian jungle. Not today's jungle, though. And it was first brought back to Europe at the turn of the century by explorers. It claims that animals shot by arrows laced with Curer suffer instant death. Doesn't that about sum it up, Miss Brett?
Objection!
Objection! Trumpery! These aspersions are utter trumpery! Trumpery? To start with, if the victim had been administered some of this so-called deadly poison, he would have been squirming and writhing in pain, and the other diners would have surely noticed. That's true. What do you say to that, Inspector? Obviously, I would have noticed a disturbance like that. I don't remember anything like that either. I didn't notice the professor being in any kind of pain. According to this, however, it's the other way around. What do you mean, the other way around? The very fact that the victim did show invisible signs of distress is evidence that Curer was used. Explain yourself, Counsel. The moment this toxin enters a person's systems, it causes instant paralysis. In other words, afflicted victims lose all strength and are completely unable to move. Even if they were in total agony, there would be no visible signs of pain at all. How terrible. Obviously, if a man lost all strength in his muscles, he'd collapse on the floor. With a chair under him for support, as Dr. Wilson did, the effects could go largely unnoticed. But I don't follow, Kazuma. That's just paralysis. I thought the poison caused instant death. Full explanation is extremely unpleasant. The poison causes immediate paralysis, as I said, leaving the victim unable to move. But after a short time, the paralysis is so severe, it causes the muscles that control respiration to fail. Respiration? In other words, the actual cause of death is suffocation. And all the while, the victim is conscious and aware, just unable to move. That's hideous. To the observer, it would look almost like the victim was slipping peacefully into an endless sleep. But for the victim himself, his final moments would be a living hell. That is the true nature of this deadly Curer poison. Yeah, that would be absolutely awful, man. It's kind of like when you wake up at night, or you wake up sometime in the morning and your body just can't move, like you can't do anything because your body is still asleep, but your mind is like the only thing that's awake. That would be horrifying. Because you're panicking, but you can't do anything about it. And you're suggesting that this bottle, Counsel, actually contains this terrifying poison?
Objection!
Objection! This is all very convenient, isn't it? A hitherto unknown poison for which there is no means of testing. What a happy tale for the defense. If I may. All these facts. You think you're so clever. You must be taught to Shut up! It is you. You must be taught. Of course. Dear lady! I need to have proper British here. So, this is how you Japanese behave, is it? What? You steal in this honest hard work, and then announce the results as if you discovered them. I'm appalled. What a loathsome act. Well, Miss Brett, the feeling is mutual. Whatever do you mean? Capitalizing on the unfortunate circumstances of an innocent man to frame him for a heinous crime? That really is a loathsome act. Willing to agree?
Objection!
Enough of this! I, for one, refuse to accept it. The idea of some poison that doesn't even exist in the great Empire of Japan is breaking the rules. What's so funny? Oh, excuse me, Your Excellency. Yes, Miss Brett? May I borrow that bottle for a moment, please? Well, yes, I don't see, why not? Is she gonna drink it to prove there's no poison? She actually is. Don't get too big for your boots, you insignificant little island boys. Sorry? To an English woman such as myself, this whole affair is a farcical comedy. Your little police games and these foolish courtroom antics, it's laughable, really. Hey, hello, Redacted. Glad you got sleep. You did not miss much. The only thing you missed so far with this case is that we found out that there's a... Let's actually show. We found out there's a poison from South America called Curare. It causes instant paralysis, and the person dies of suffocation because the muscles that affect respiration stop functioning. So you can't move, and you just can't breathe. It's horrifying. What? But I'm getting bored of it all now. It's time for the games to end. I knew she was gonna say it. Cheers. Wait, what are you doing? Huh? No sparkle left at all. How appropriate for this shabby affair. So much so, awkward silence. Goodness. Whatever is the matter? You all look quite stunned. So, no Curare. The bottle was clean. Is that what you're saying? You look quite incredulous, little boy. But of course, that's the simple truth. Oh, that smirk. This bitch. Thank you for presenting the findings of my research so concisely here in this grand venue. Most kind. Thank you, waiter. Now then, Your Excellency. Yes, Miss Brooke. I should like to be excused now, please. I think I've given more than enough of my time for the furtherance of friendship between our countries. Oh, yes, dear lady. We are most gratified with all the assistance you have given. This doesn't make sense. There had to have been poison in that bottle. So how? How did she swallow a whole glass and live to tell the tale? I don't understand it. Well, I suppose, if nothing else, this little Far Eastern charade will make for interesting conversations at the next party I attend in London. There has to have been poison in that bottle. Isn't there? But there can't have been, because otherwise she would have keeled over dead. Come on, Ryunosuke. We have all the clues now. That bottle of water. Yeah, Moth. I think the bottle did not contain poison. It was the glass. As I thought, there is no poison in that bottle. What? Why, Ryunosuke? Isn't it obvious? If there was poison in there, she'd be dead by now. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, Moth. Okay, hold on. You are way excited now. Fem Bluey coming in? How are you two? I never did ask. I hope you two are doing well. Oh, excuse me. Alright, let's do this. You're good? That's good. I give you all pats. I'm doing better. If people know what happened yesterday, then they know. I won't explain. But yeah, I'm doing better overall. So I am streaming today. Sometimes your unadulterated naivete really astounds me. But sometimes it's in need of a good staining. Until it's dark as your uniform the ways of the world. Oh, is that what this color is supposed to represent? That was a guileless ending to a promising life inquiry council, for which you will be penalized. Wait. I thought I was right. The culprit did put cure poison in Dr. Wilson's carbonated water. The defense refuses change of position. So, you see, the reason I went with that... As we put him on, a lot of people are going to be grieving for a bit. I did too, but I figure this is the best thing to move forward. So wait, I thought the reason for no poison in the water is that the poison could have been on the glass instead. That's what I was thinking.
Objection!
Fool! Are you blind? There is no possible way that bottle could contain poison. I mean, we just saw Miss Brett drinking the water from it. That's right. Which rather complicates your argument, I think. And I believe that complication can be explained. How exactly? I need to think through all the things that don't quite add up here, one by one. I'm sure the answer is in the evidence we have in the court record somewhere. It has to be. Very well. If the defense truly intends to assert this claim, then I must ask you to support the assertion with evidence. What explains how the witness was able to consume this poisoned water unscathed? Okay. Like, this looks fine. So, what's this gun? What am I presenting? A wound! Hold on. So, a little treatment. I can't skip this. I need to get rid of this killed. Extraction with the use of anesthesia. It sounds like just before we went for lunch, Dr. Wilson had to put the key tooth removed. I haven't guessed we couldn't feel anything. Yes, I've heard people talking about this new idea of anesthetic. Pain, though. There's a cautionary note at the end from whoever wrote this. It says, no food or drink other than water for 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia wears off. I think it's... Think about it. He was under anesthesia. That's what I think. So, he had a wound in his mouth. She doesn't have a wound. That would explain it. Hold on.
Yes!
It seems the defense, or should I say, the wretched accused. Real source of compliance in this? Wait, what? This complication more complicated than it needs to be. Alright, I'll do my best to find an answer that fits the facts. Uh-oh. Okay, that wasn't it. It could have been...
Yes!
No? Uh-oh. 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 I actually don't know what to present. Uh-oh. Or maybe I'm just present this. The route of entry.
Yes!
Here we go. This was it. The answer to this riddle is right here in Miss Brett's own research report.
Objection!
And that's not a valid explanation. No. After all, we don't speak English. That report is utter gibberish. This of you young scoundrels trying to ridicule the court, Your Excellency. I'm not trying to ridicule anyone. Honest, I'm just reading Susato-san's notes. Good. This report is too extensive to be considered in its entirety by the court. Will direct us to the printed section, Counsel. Which section of the report reveals the alleged answer to this riddle? It would be the special characteristics. We've been hearing a lot about this cure of poison. And it's left me curious about something. Oh, Counsel? Well, it sounds as though indigenous hunters have been using this poison for years and years. To lace the heads of the arrows that they shoot at whatever prey they're hunting. So we've been led to believe, yes. And the point of hunting is to catch prey to eat. Get to the point, please. But if they were to use these laced arrows, doesn't that mean there would be traces of poison left in the prey the hunters were going to eat? Yes, good point. So surely the hunters wouldn't want to eat their prey, wouldn't they? Because then they'd be eating poison. Good gracious, Counsel. No, that would be madness. But I actually found the answer to that conundrum in this research paper here. Under special characteristics, it says this. The poison starts to work after entering the body through a wound. Through a wound, you say? I see, that makes sense. Yes, the mention of that particular detail seemed a little strange to me, though. Oh, we found out? I was thinking too complicated. That all makes sense when you interpret what's written like this. When cure enters the body through an open wound, it has terrifying poisonous effects. However, when it enters the body via the mouth, it has no poisonous effects whatsoever. What? Miss Brett, you authored this research. You knew Career's special characteristics. And you knew that you could make a spectacle of drinking that water without any danger to yourself. She's not breaking. You meddling little... Oh shit. Rapscallion! Wow, the peacock came out. Well, Ryunosuke, it turns out you're an even better lawyer than I thought you'd be. Really? Me? A lawyer?
Objection!
Oh, all this poison talk is fascinating, I'm sure. But I fail to see how it possibly... Shut up! So, the ill-bred little puppy has a new toy to play with. Some facts he read in a book. But I'm afraid knowledge doesn't suit you, little boy. It makes you look silly. What are you trying to say? I'm gonna try to get her voice. Your schoolboyish logic has a fatal flaw. It's just schoolboyish. Flaw? As even your brain has managed to deduce, Career is safe to ingest. It seems likely that the facts are neutralized by the acidic nature of the gastric succus. Oh, yes. Well, of course. Gastric suckers? What are they? So, if this lethal poison is completely harmless when drunk, the professor wouldn't have died when he swallowed it, would he? Ah! That's right! Good gracious! That's basic science, science that even a schoolboy should be able to understand, no? But his wound, but the mouth wound, he had to heal. The logic holds. If the lady and the professor drink the same poison, they would be affected in the same way. Are you trying to suggest... Yes, this cure poison is completely irrelevant to the case on trial. That's right. Surely even a little cockroach like you could understand something as simple as that. Whoa. What is this welling up inside me? What the? I've never felt like this before. It's a sort of conviction to break down all the discrepancies. It's so intense, almost rage-like. And more than anything else, it's an animalistic desire to take down my prey. Woo! Ryunosuke growing some balls here. Let's go! I'm down for this. Gotta show what you're made of, dude. Oh, the He said objection! He said objection! He said the thing! I don't think so, Miss Giselle Brett. How dare you use that tone with me? You know very well that there's no fatal flaw here. You know exactly why, even though both you and the victim swallowed the same poison. You are alive. Dr. Wilson is dead. Console, I'm X. Hello. I slept decent enough. I hope you slept well though, AX. Counsel, I'm sure I don't need to remind you. You must provide compelling evidence. As we now know, this poison is completely harmless when ingested. Why would Dr. Wilson have been killed by the Curer? His medical report card.
Take that!
Take that! Oh my god! Yeah, I'm happy I gave you good calls. Oh my god, he's got some balls on him now! Instead of just saying yes. objection and take that. He says it with conviction, and I love it. Woo! Need a couple more hacks, by the way. As Miss Brett so readily pointed out, she drank the same water as the professor. However, there was a fundamental and fatal difference between the two diners. A fatal difference? Oh, she doesn't know what to do. The toxin effects here are only felt when the poison enters the body through an open wound. So, for a healthy person with no injuries, drinking is completely harmless. But what if there was a wound inside the mouth of the person drinking the poisoned water? Inside? Yes, like the wound you might have if you had just been to the dentist and had a tooth extracted, for example. Yes, Moth, we did get it, Cuddles. We cuddled in VR, it was nice. Miss Brett, you've acknowledged many times in your testimony already that you were well aware of Dr. Wilson's dental appointment that day. Ah! So that's it. Use that knowledge to orchestrate this. Aww, Moth. Would you like some cuddles too? I could cuddle 2 moths together. That would be lovely. Is she? Oh gosh, she's gonna lose it. Laughing? I don't like to repeat myself, but honestly, I can't resist. These childish courtroom games and your half-baked arguments are all so puerile. What do you mean? Don't worry, little schoolboy. We'll find out soon enough. Whoa! Wait, what? You see, when you leave vital evidence lying around, you never know what might happen to it. No! I mean, it could just slip. She dropped. No! What the fuck? She just broke evidence! What do we do now? Oh dear, how careless of me. I'm afraid some crucial evidence may have just been tragically destroyed. No! What is it? What just happened? It's the English one! She just smashed that bottle! And in the Supreme Court, what terrible plunder! Officer, what are you waiting for? Collect up as much of the water from that broken bottle as possible, at once! You're wasting your time. This delightful carpet under my feet here was a gift from the British Empire. I assure you, it will soak up the water beautifully. You have mere technology nor the presence of mind to recover it. This bitch. How could you? You won't get away with this. You can thump the bench and shout as much as you like, little boy. But I'm afraid we'll never know now, will we? If there really was poison in the bottle. Or not. You. What a bitch. I can't believe she did that. It's not jail. I don't think you get punished for that. And let us not forget, we still have some very compelling evidence left intact. Isn't that right, counsel for the prosecution? Oh, of course, of course! Referring to this photographic print, I presume, dear lady? That's right, and really, looking at this photograph, it's as clear as day, isn't it? The poor professor was just sitting with his back to me. So of course, the only person who could have shot him from the front is the little schoolboy.
Objection!
Objection! No, you killed the victim that day, using Curare. And then, in order to frame Yunosuke Naruhodo for the crime, you waited until he picked up the pistol you'd arranged for him to find on the floor, before you shot the professor's dead body in the chest with your own hidden gun. then, in the confusion that followed, all you had to do was turn the dead professor in his chair around. See, you had every opportunity to commit this crime. What a wonderful imagination you have, young man. A hidden gun, you say? And I shot the professor's dead body, did I? Well, I'm terribly sorry, but you don't have a shred of evidence. Exactly! As you have nothing to support your wild claims, the prosecutor's stance remains unchanged. The victim, Dr. John H. Wilson, was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Delivered in cold blood by the accused, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. This is unbelievable. How can this be happening? We had her, but now, is she really going to get away with it? The way she destroyed the evidence was obscene. Ryunosuke, yes, we've come this far, but now you're the only one who can finish it. What? What do you mean? We've lost a vital piece of evidence, it's true. So if there are any clues left for us to use now, they must be in your head. In my head? You told me before that your powers of observation were the one thing you could really depend upon. Well, yes, that's true, but I didn't manage to notice that this woman was a foreigner with a swan on her head. So think back again now. Try and remember every last detail about the scene that day. Everything you saw, everything you felt, every color, every smell. Are we really going to... What I saw, what I felt. Every color. There was blood on the thing! Is Kazuma right? Somewhere in the vibrant memory of this same scene in my head, could there be another clue to expose the identity of Dr. Wilson's killer? That's blood! Actually, Kazuma, I think I might have something. Thinking back over everything I saw, I think I might have uncovered another clue! You always have something up your sleeve, don't you, Ryunosuke? Come on then, let's wipe this smug smile off the Englishwoman's face with some evidence. Alright, I can't wait. It's been niggling me for a while that something feels amiss in my memories of that day. Whatever it is could be the key to arriving at the truth about all this. Here somewhere, the clue shows Dr. Wilson's real killer must have been is... the blood. Just gonna...
Take that!
Take that! The Inspector Hasanaga, answer me this! Yes? What is it? He's still miles away, probably thinking about that bottle being smashed. As you said a number of times now, you strive for perfection in your investigations, don't you? Absolutely. I wonder, therefore, if perhaps you took anything else from the scene of the crime. Like, for instance, the plate of steak that you took to the victim's table that day?
Objection!
Wait a minute! Where are you going with... Shut up! Where are you going with this, little boy? It's just a memory that's been troubling me. What memory? I saw the scene shown in this photographic print with my own eyes that day. And I saw that on the wooden base of the plate that the steak was served on was a spattering of blood. What? Oh, really? And what of it? Obviously, that must have what happened when you shot the professor. No, that can't be the case. Take a good look at the photograph and the relative position of everything there. The plate of steak is almost directly behind the victim. If I'm supposed to have shot Dr. Wilson in the chest from the front, there's no way that blood from the victim could end up directly behind him. Ah! Yes. For blood to have made it onto the plate, it implies the plate was between the victim and the shooter. Which means the shooter must have been sitting opposite the professor as you were. Giselle Brett! I beg your pardon?
Objection!
This is beyond ridiculous, fabricated nonsense. Is the court seriously expected to believe something the accused has apparently just remembered seeing?
Hold it!
Hold it! You said hold it? This could be the moment my entire career in the police force has been leading to. Inspector, you mean... Yes, I took the plate. In the interest of preserving evidence from the scene of the crime. I took it, meat and all. And I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief because of it. You did what? I took the steak that you had been eating, Miss Brett. I took the steak the sergeant had been eating. And I did it all in the name of justice. Justice warrior, go! Then we can find out for sure whether or not there's a bloodstain on Miss Brett's plate. We must examine it now. Inspector, the court wishes to examine the plate from the victim's table immediately. Yes, sir. Oh, shit. Let's go! Sorry for the delay. Here is what you ordered, the steak. Well, what about the blood? Is there blood on it? Of course there isn't! Quickly, Inspector, the blood, man! Show the court! Of course. Examine the plate at your leisure. There's nothing? Wait. That's not the right plate. That's not the right plate. No blood anywhere. But no, that's impossible! I know I saw it. I'm sure of it. The meat is backwards. Professor, there was blood on the side of the plate. What an unbecoming expression, little boy. Oh god, the peacock. You see, this is why I always say you can't trust what the Japanese tell you. Ah! I couldn't agree more. In the case of this disgrace to the Empire. I believe we finally reached a conclusion in this trial. Let's hope so. Let's pretend attempt at court proceedings is painful to watch. But I do promise to do my best to forget all about it when it's over. This sorry-looking steak reveals the facts all too clearly. If the sorry-looking accused wishes to examine it again, be my guest. This is wrong. That plate is backwards. Was this the plate I saw, or thought I saw, just a figment of my imagination? This is it now. I've lost. Ryunosuke, it's not over yet. Not until the final gavel. Never stop believing in yourself. Keep looking forward no matter what. Believe in myself? Really? Okay, let's do it. I know what it is. I should at least examine the evidence for myself. Evidence has not been shown to be problematic in any way. No, let's do it right now. Hold on. Oh, wait. So this is the meat. This is not the same plate. What is that? Huh? What in the world is this? I think it's a Koban coin. That's where the coin went! I was right, this is the sergeant's plate! The hallmarks are in the Hoi era, I believe. No, I don't mean what is it? I mean, what's it doing there? Wait, did you say it was a Hoi Kaban? Yes, and apart from the meat juices, it looks to be in good condition. I imagine it's very valuable. This is the first time today that there's been talk about Hoi Kaban. I've heard of pearls before swine, but I've never heard of bullion in bullion. And I don't think you ever will again. This is extraordinary, though. This means... Oh! this is wrong! I presume any further examination and into this trial will be unnecessary. Does the defense have any objection? That bloodstain was going to clinch the trial for me. Can this plaintiff's stake reveal any other clues at all? There is another clue. Your Excellency, please wait. This plate of beef is hiding another clue. Another clue will reveal a shocking truth.
Objection!
The only thing that's shocking here is your unhealthy fascination with beef steak. I mean, hey, beef steak is good. Let's be real here. Your Excellency, I think I've made myself clear, haven't I? I will not be able to turn a blind eye to any more unnecessary procrastination in this trial. I'm sorry, Miss Brett. You must ensure a thorough examination of the evidence. I will not give a ruling until I'm completely satisfied that all reasonable doubt has been dispelled. I see. As a newly affirmed ally in my country, that's still your position, is it? Thank you, Your Excellency. Counsel for the defense, you will now clearly show the court to what you are alluding. Where precisely in this plate of beefsteak is this clue to be found? Right there. Oh. Oh, I can't. Oh, I should have waited to examine. So I can't skip, right? Hold on. Present the coin!
Got it!
Got it! Good gracious, that's... Koban? What on earth? A Holy Era one at that. Miss Brett, this is in fact the beefsteak that you ordered at the restaurant on the day in question, is it? Tell me, why is there an old coin seemingly hidden underneath the meat?
Shut up!
Shut up! What a ridiculous question! How should I know? I've never seen that thing before in my life! I don't know what this is, but I want no part of it!
Objection!
I fail to see how this is relevant. A coin under the meat? That could still be done careless mistake by the chef in the moment of distraction.
Objection!
Objection! Don't be absurd. We're supposed to believe this happened by accident in the kitchen? Bro Hoi Koban just happens to be hidden underneath that piece of steak? If this turns out to be relevant to the case, I'll really want to take it to Great Britain right now. He's right, it can't be a coincidence. Your Excellency! Yes, Counsel? A rare Hoi coin just happens to be hidden underneath that piece of steak? If this turns out to be relevant to the case, I'll give up my lawyer job right now.
Objection!
By all means, don't let it stop you. No one invited you anyway.
Shut up!
Perhaps, little boy, you should realize that it is you who is irrelevant. Even though I'm the one on trial here? The point is, it's essential we ask the owner of this coin to explain what it's doing under that steak. The owner? Yes, it's obvious. There's only one person it can belong to. The owner of the koban that was found underneath the beefsteak is... Korakuda.
Take that!
Obviously, it can only be the antique dealer and owner of Rasute, Gyuryo Korakuda-san. Kyuri? As in Mr. Cucumber something? Honestly, these ridiculous Japanese names are quite unfathomable. Ah, yes. The old man who testified earlier alongside the military sergeant, correct? Yes, Your Excellency. I remember him saying that he was up to something with his Koban coin when it happened. Exactly the moment the gun was fired. The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor. Too busy on the floor? Sorry, what were you doing? Hunting for treasure. Indeed, oh, you're a koban, my prized coin. in this Hoyer Koban? Do you mean to tell me?
Objection!
No, please! Why would Kudasan's Koban sandwiched between the victim's V-steak and its plate? It makes no sense! Yes! Which is why I'm asking to bring Kudasan back to the witness stand so we can ask him. Officer, bring both witnesses that testified earlier back in here. Without a moment's delay. Holy crap, this trial is never gonna end! I can't believe we come back around to that pair again. But I have a hunch, a strong hunch, that if we chase down the real significance of this Koban, we'll find that it's a key element in the case. Oh, thank God, I thought it was gonna be a part 4. Oh no, the baby's still tearing his mustache. What's this all about? Why have I called up again? Don't you realize that it's dinner time for a little baby Ido? When my son's belly is empty, he's fiercer than a pack of wolves. Exploited by the police we were, like miserable dogs, forced to bear false witness. And when cast from this courtroom myself, I became a ruined man in a trice, a worthless, withered antique. Nothing more have I to say. The sun has set on this lawsuit sap on his existence. Be that as it may, Court-Kusan, something has come to light that requires your clarification. It really is a never-ending trial. She's doing everything in her power to make sure we're guilty. Ah! That's it! The very exact one that it is! That is the only transfer that my rusty bones managed to misplace that fateful day! I didn't think you would speak so fast! It can't be! As I thought. Young man! Enlighten this decrepit old fool! Put me out of my misery! Where was my treasure? Where was it dropped? Oh, I'm not sure if it was dropped anywhere. We found your coin sandwiched between a beefsteak and its plate, soaking in the seasoned meat's juices. This is a sandwich? This is soaking? Seriously? Clearly, it couldn't have fallen there by accident, which means somebody must have hidden it there on purpose. Somebody concealed my hoy treasure between a slab of meat and a metal plate? Who would do such a thing? Such an unconscionable thing! It's only one person. He's sweating. Excuse me, can I say something? Yes, of course. Proceed, Inspector Hosonaga. I mentioned this earlier on in the trial, but I was working undercover in the restaurant in order to investigate another case. Ah, yes, that's right, the secret undercover operation. La Carnival is a high-class Western cuisine restaurant. It attracts wealthy diners, including many foreigners. Recently, there's been a run of silly executed thefts, targeting the restaurant's rich clientele. A number of such incidents have been reported to the police bureau. Ooh, is the sergeant wicked thief? Wicked crimes indeed. We wanted to nip the case in the bud quickly, especially with so many foreigners being affected. So that's why you were sent in undercover, is it? Yes, I took on the job of waiter at the restaurant in order to flush out the criminal. It seems likely that this Koban is a work of the same thief. So unbeknownst to us, there was a master thief at work in the restaurant on a regular basis. The place was already the scene of several crimes, it seems. I don't know about the master thief part, but the identity of the person who stole and hid Kusan's Koban is all too clear. What? What? Oh god, I can't differentiate between those two. I think the court would like to hear the defense's view on this matter. Tell us, who is the despicable scoundrel that stole Kusan's Koban and hid it under the stake? No, sir.
Take that!
How dare you? Obviously, it can only be you. Sergeant! Yes, sir, no, sir. What? How? How dare you? You monster! Monster? I stole that Kaban, did I? I'm the Master Thief Lord Carnival, am I? You're seriously accusing me of these crimes, Cadet? But it wasn't me. It was Ido. What? Is he blaming the baby? Bruh. Bruh, your back's against the wall and you throw your own child under the bus? What? Is it always the child's fault, apparently? Like, what? All children are monsters? I guess they can be master thieves too, huh? Ido is the mastermind behind all this! Yeah. You would push the blame for your crimes on your own son, an innocent little baby? It's you who's the monster, Sergeant Nosa. Wow. Didn't think we would go to a thief. You... Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus! Oh, God! Chili, oh my God! Oh my God! Somebody clip that, please. What just happened? I'm. Oh my God. Oh, that threw me for a loop. Holy shit. Nippon Imperial Army, Sergeant Iasinosa, preparing to stand down the Supreme Court, sir. Well. Oh. No baby now. Do any of you know of the extraordinary low wages the Nippon Imperial Army pays those it expects to keep our country safe? I understand that the temporary increase in taxation owing to the recently ended conflicts remains in place. And I have heard it's hard for lower-ranked soldiers to make a living. Yes. All I want is to put a hot meal on the table for my son. That's why you were stealing things at the restaurant? The place is heaving with money. Every 3 days, I'd go there to do reconnaissance for a target. And I enjoy chopping my way through a good steak at the same time. It sounds like he doesn't bother with a knife and fork even, which is worryingly believable. And your target that day was the old man in his caban? Yes, sir. He was an easy mark. I slipped the coin into my pocket without any trouble at all. A veritable phantom thief you are. I was all set to leave the steak. I was halfway through devouring when it happened. The gunshot. Yes, when the professor was shot. I knew that if police conducted a search and found the coin in my pocket, I'd be finished. Ido, too. So I hid the incriminating evidence as fast as I could, on the double. I slipped it under the steak, hoping that I'd be able to rendezvous with it again at a later date. Everyone's quiet. Awkward silence. So much awkward silence, and we haven't even looked at Brett at all for a while. The poor mustache. Thank you, Nuiki. Oh, God. This is ridiculous. Perhaps you could carry on with this absurd prattling in your own time? Well, Miss Brett? Oh, of course, dear lady, of course! How rude of us! I'm quite sure there's no need to detain you any longer at all. May the esteemed gentlewoman please be excused, Your Excellency? Indeed. The theft of the coat bomb was clearly perpetrated by this baby-saddled sergeant. It would certainly appear to be unrelated to Dr. Wilson's murder. But it's not! But it is! Of course it is. Hiding a coin under a lump of meat? The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. Nonsense, is it? Well... Oof. And as for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it's beyond nonsense, it's pure madness. But wait! Very well, now that all questions correct concerning this witness's testimony have been answered, I see no further justification for detaining her. Miss Brett, you are free to leave. Thank you, Your Excellency. Good luck, everyone. And good day. Wait, he's realizing. Inosuke, what's the matter with you? There's no time for daydreaming. Oh, no, it's just... something about Miss Brett's parting words there got me thinking. I can't quite work out what exactly, but something she said jarred with me. I feel like there was a contradiction in there somewhere. Something didn't quite add up. If that's the case, don't just stand there thinking. Make your voice heard. Sorry? You can think later, but if you don't call out now, it'll be too late. The trial will be over.
Hold it!
There we go. Wait, Miss Brett. What is it now? I'm afraid, just one last time, there's something I'd like to ask you. I'd like you to explain the contradiction in your parting words from just a few moments ago. What are you talking about? What contradiction?
Objection!
What new stupid nonsense is this? Well, what parting words are you talking about, Inosuke? Hiding a coin under a lump of meat? The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. And as for picking up the steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it's beyond nonsense. It's pure madness. Yes, I'm right. What she said there exposed an undeniable contradiction. About the knife and fork, right? I'm going to need some evidence, counsel. If Miss Brett's words truly are contradictory, where's the evidence to prove it? It would be this. Because look, there's a knife and fork here.
Take that!
The photographic print of the scene taken immediately after the incident occurred? What's interesting is the plate of steak that you could see on the victim's table. The steak that Miss Brett had been eating before the professor was killed. Yes, go on. More accurately, Your Excellency, the steak that was on the victim's table just before the professor was killed. Now you're just splitting hairs. Brett gave herself up. Good job. Not true. Doesn't something about the steak strike you as very unnatural? Unnatural? What on earth do you mean? It's extremely obvious. I'm talking about the shape of the edge where it's been eaten. Oh, that too. See? I see you noticed it too, Miss Brett. Knows what exactly, counsel. Just a few moments ago, Miss Brett claimed no Englishman could even contemplate picking up a steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork. Of course she did. She was a fine English gentlewoman herself. And take a look at this steak, in particular the edge where it's been eaten. Yeah, that's a chomp. As you can see, there are clearly defined barbaric teeth marks there. Ah! Oh! Oh, you're fucked. Looks like Miss Brett has realized something. So, if the witness, as she claims, wouldn't contemplate eating anything without using a knife and fork, there shouldn't be teeth marks in the steak at all.
Objection!
What? What is your actual point? Perhaps the delightful Miss Brett was previously... Uh-oh. Well, no, Moth, it's not the fact they just noticed. It's the fact that she pointed out that he would eat without a knife and fork. Until she said that, we wouldn't have thought of it. Whatever you say, dear lady. As I said, I really must be leaving now. The afternoon tea with the Minister of Justice cannot possibly wait any longer. Of course, this will all be over the blink of an eye. Rest assured, I'm about to put this rookie in his place. Shut up! I've heard enough. You irritated little spectacled samurai relic. Of course, dear lady! You're a certified— No, you're not a dumbass, Moth. What's the matter, Miss Brett? Have we ruffled your feathers? Oh. Clearly, Witness knows what this means. She's realized the catastrophic implication those teeth marks in the stake have for her. Inosuke, do you know where you're going with this? This is it. Now at last, it's all come together. Water quick. The mysterious teeth marks in a steak that had allegedly been eaten with cutlery. No, the reason why bloodstain I know I saw somehow seems to have disappeared. And most importantly, the evidence that proves once and for all who shot Dr. Wilson that day. I accept that these teeth marks on the steak are a little unnatural, as you put it, counsel. What exactly are you suggesting that tells us? Everything, Your Excellency. Everything? Yes, I believe these barbaric teeth marks in the stake here amount to conclusive evidence in this case. Evidence that will prove beyond any doubt who shot Dr. Wilson.
Shut up!
Shut up! Conclusive evidence? How many times have I heard that today? You want to know the meaning of the phrase? Typical Japanese empty threats. Why are you so sure? Oh, it's quite simple. If you really had such conclusive evidence, you would have presented it to the court long ago. Actually, the evidence I'm talking about hasn't been brought before the court yet. Hasn't been? What? But just because it hasn't been shown yet, doesn't mean that the evidence does not exist.
Objection!
This is absurd. The trial has run several hours already. You say there's evidence yet to be brought forward? There can't be. I don't believe you have it.
Objection!
I don't, but there is someone who does have it. Someone in this very courtroom. And that person is willing to submit the piece of evidence I'm referring to. It will solve every remaining mystery about this case. Let's go. I will. I have a feeling this will be my last request to the defense in this trial. Who says the truth about the whole affair? Guess who? Well, actually, there's two things. If it's not him, it's gotta be her. Like, I don't think he brought the correct steak.
Take that!
Answer is obvious. It's Inspector Hosonaga. What? I have it? Yes. You think I've been withholding conclusive evidence? That's yeah. No, I'm not saying that. Everyone's attention has been focused on this steak with the teeth marks. Yes. Now, earlier this afternoon, Sergeant Nosa told the court the following. I'd enjoy chomping my way through a good steak. And as well as admitting to stealing Kurt's coin, he told us he slipped it under the steak. You watch it, cadet. I'm a superior officer. Yeah, I understand that, Moth. I don't know why he's not. Sergeant Nosa, can you please confirm something for me? What's the steak that you put your coin under, in fact, your own steak? Tension! Affirmative, of course. I might be a soldier in the Imperial Nippon Army, but still. I'm not brave enough to ask a foreign gentle lady if she'd mind me handling her meal to hide something in it. He likes to manhandle. Alright, good to know, sir. In other words, the steak that the detective submitted as evidence earlier was in fact Sergeant Nose's meal.
Objection!
But that makes no sense! The plate that was taken from the victim's table.
Objection!
No, it wasn't. Yet the gentlewoman doesn't take bites out of her steak, nor does she have any opportunity to steal the coin. Of course I didn't steal it. Did anyone suggest other thing would be an affront to the entire British Empire? Well then, how do you explain this paradox? Exactly! Surely you're not going to suggest that Sergeant switched the two steaks over? Wait. Did he? Wait. I didn't think that. Did he switch the steaks? You did switch the plates? Well, after it happened, oh my god, I thought he just mixed the plates up. They switched the plates. I can't believe it. No, sir. Hi, Flurry. How are you? You're just in time for what's pretty much should be the conclusion of this case. That's been so many twists and turns, man. After the gunshot, when I saw the civilian had been murdered right in front of my eyes like that, I panicked. As I said, I immediately lifted my steak and hid the coin underneath it. But then, when the waiter announced he was an undercover policeman, I thought I'd had it. If he decided to investigate my slab of meat, that'd be it. I'd be getting my marching orders. So, when the cadet here was arrested and taken off to the kitchen, I seized my chance. Oh my god. Truss! Thank you so much for the follow! Appreciate it. With military precision and timing, I switched my steak with the one on the foreign lady's table. What? You can't have. I never saw you do such a thing. Yeah, thank you. If you would like, also Truss, I do have a server that I share with another streamer named Feeny. You could look at the panel below the stream. We would love for you to join. We take all good beans. So prove us to your good bean and join. It was called Operation Lightning Bolt. There was no time for strategic planning. Yeah, thank you, Joss. If you're able to, Joss. You don't have to, obviously. But I would appreciate it. Trying to build up a nice community there, you know? It was do or die, I tell you. So yes, I did what had to be done. Unbelievable! However, fear not, Prosecutor Son. What now? I swear on the brass bones of my uniform, that is all I did, sir. All you did? That's plenty, Sergeant!
Yes!
And that settles this case. So, if Sergeant knows to switch the plates over, it means he took Miss Brett's steak and the plate it was on back to his own table. Yes, that follows. Inspector Hosonaga. Yes? Earlier in this trial, you told the court this. You said that you had not only taken Miss Brett's steak after the incident, but also the sergeant's. That to preserve evidence you had taken both. Ah! Uh-oh, she's about to eat her mask. Are we gonna see her eyes at all? That's correct. Then please present it to the court now. The plate that was actually on the victim's table at the precise moment he was shot. What can that possibly tell us now? I mean, a cold slab of tough meat? It can't have the slightest bearing on the case.
Objection!
No, you're not wriggling your way out this time, lady. I beg your pardon? Surely you're not that forgetful. Surely remember the reason why the steak pan promises to prove such a problem for you. No? You're the ones who decided it was a problem, not me. The reason the defense asked to see that plate was to confirm something the defendant remembers seeing. Thanks? He remembers? I'm quite sure of what I saw, Miss Brett. On the side of the plate that was on the table directly behind Dr. Wilson, there was a clear spattering of blood from the gunshot wound to the victim's chest. I believe the defense memory serves him well. And now we have the evidence to prove it. The plate you were eating from, Miss Brett. That does not prolong this any further. Inspector, you will show the evidence to the court. Present the beef steak and plate that was originally on the victim's table at the time of the incident. Let's do it. Let's finish this. Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's get this bitch. Sorry for keeping you. There's the blood. Here is the other steak and its plate. Please, feel free to examine it. Exactly as he remembered. The blood stain is clearly visible. Look!
Yes!
Now this makes everything clear. The blood you can see on the side of the plate shows that the moment the victim was shot, he was facing the table with his back to me. In other words, it's impossible for Naruhodo-san to have shot the victim. Ah! It can't be! In fact, there's only one person who could possibly have shot Dr. Wilson from the front. I'm sure everyone knows by now who that person is. That's right. Miss Giselle Brett. It's you! Oh boy. Oh, she's gonna break. Wait, is she okay? Outdone? By a Japanese? Me? By a Japanese schoolboy? No, no, no! Oh Jesus, the peacock! Oh, that's a swan. No, why did I say peacock? That's a swan. Oh God, it's flying away! What's with all the chicks? Wait, why is there a black one? What the Huh? What just happened? Why are there chicks everywhere? This game is, Oh God, this game is something else. Alright, if this is how every breaking point is gonna go, I'm gonna love this game so much. Please excuse my little outburst. I briefly lost my composure. You started flying into the air with the swan on your hat. What? My brain's trying to process this. The swan is that strong. It can fly her up in the air. Most unbecoming behavior for an English gentlewoman. Forgive me. Well, Miss Brett, I think it's time you told the court what actually happened that day. The truth, this time. Gladly, Your Excellency. Alright, we get the truth, finally. It was I who took the professor's life, using career. As you surmised, I chose that particular day for one very important reason. The professor had a dental appointment for the extraction of one of his teeth in the morning. So you planned to kill the professor, knowing that no trace of poison would be found in his water, because cure is unheard of here in Japan. Yes. Of course, I never intended to remain at the restaurant for as long as I did. I only needed to see the professor take one tiny sip of his water it would all be over. I would place the steak I had ordered in front of him to make it appear as though he'd been dining alone, and leave immediately. However, before any of that happened, there was an unexpected visitor at the professor's table. That would be me, I suppose? Yes, you. Who else? Such a trifling matter, but the fact that you decided to come over to greet the professor meant that I had lost my chance to slip away unnoticed. Oh. In due course, the professor took a sip of his water and was paralyzed. I made sure he was sitting in his chair such that he wouldn't fall. There was no going back at that point, so I concocted a plan on the spur of the moment. A plan to pin Dr. Wilson's murder on this innocent man. I happened to know that the professor always carried a gun. I decided to use that fact to my advantage. I had the bottle of Curare in my handbag, and my own pistol concealed under... Oh my god! She really had a pistol in her skirt! He joked about that so long ago about lifting the skirt up to look! It was a hiding point. Under your skirt? So I was right, there were 2 guns. Yes. And then I finished my coffee and got up to leave. That's when I noticed the professor's gun, which you had presumably placed on the floor. A place where you were sure that I would notice it. And everything went according to plan. You noticed the gun, as I'd intended. And then, just as you bent down to pick it up... Bang! That's when you shot the professor with your own gun. Even though at that point, he was already dead. Naturally, the gunshot caused a commotion, at which point the waiter appeared. Obviously, I assumed Naruhodo-san was the culprit and apprehended him. I took him to the pantry that joins the kitchen and locked him inside. That's when I took the opportunity to turn the professor and his chair around. Because, of course, you need to make it look like the defendant had shot Dr. Wilson from where he picked up the gun. And that's when the stakes got changed, because she wasn't paying attention to that. So, there you have it. That is the entirety of my misdemeanor. Misdemeanor? You bitch. That's not a misdemeanor. Your Excellency? Yes? I wonder... Might I speak with you in private later? I shall call on you. Thank you. Good day then, everyone. I hope you can forgive me, Naruhodo-san. What, she's just... Wait. What? It would seem this trial has finally run its course. I presume the prosecution is in agreement? Yes, this can't be! Tatsutsuchi actually does not lose? Not to the likes of this rookie student! You'd better start getting used to tough opposition. You know, scot-free because they're being English. Ryunosuke Naruhodo. What? Yes? This insult to the Yaoji family name will never be forgotten. You've become conceited with age, Council, but the old have to stand aside to make way for the new. Oh, yes. Oh, he draws his sword? It's the way of the world. May you never forget that. Ooh! Rip. You're not That sword was not for show. No, Moth! Cosmo's absolutely right. 1,000 millennia may pass, but still the Ouchi clan will never measure up to the Naruhodo clan. That's a fact. This trial in the Supreme Court of Japan, I believe, go down in history as starting a new chapter in our country's judicial system. Despite being summoned as the accused, you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, presented an excellent case. Yeah, right to Naruhodo. I thank you, Your Excellency. The use of evidence and deduction to unravel the truth is modern methodology. After all, it has only been a few short decades since our country opened its doors to the wider world. But the Western ideas of science are rapidly gaining acceptance here. I feel sure that science will soon bring new methods of investigation and new procedures of justice. A new future of law awaits. What it will look like, I cannot begin to imagine. That is for young to pursue. Kazuma Sogi? Yes? After this trial, you are set to embark on a journey of discovery to the illustrious British Empire. Learn all you can, absorb everything in the wider world that you are able to. And do not forget to fulfill the mission imposed upon you. I understand, Your Excellency. What was that about? Why do you look so grave all of a sudden? Never mind. As for you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Oh, yes? In you, I sense, how can I put it, unusual potential. I very much look forward to seeing how you carry that onward. Thank you, Your Excellency. Holy crap! Finally! It is time to deliver the final verdict. I hereby find the defendant Ryunosuke Naruhodo not guilty. Oh, rose petals! Oh, that's a good addition. Look how shocked he is over there. He's been left speechless. Woohoo! We finally did it, boys and girls. This court is now adjourned. Oh. Success, finally. I'm taking some water with that. Trying to get my armband. I know, right? I gotta present things to everyone. I can't believe it. I can't believe what's happened. I made it. I defended myself, made it through that horrendous trial. Ryunosuke, finally pulled it off. Congratulations. Well, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Kazuma. No, it was a pleasure to watch you at work. So, you owe me an extra large sukiyaki for the place on Yumi University Street. Don't forget. Good afternoon. All your hard work was certainly paid off. Oh no, it was her. Whoops. Congratulations to both of you for proving Naruhodo-san's innocence. Our trusty judicial assistant. You worked hard for that result too, you know. Oh no, I didn't do anything. Thank you so much. If we hadn't had that research report in Miss Brett's, I don't know how things would have turned out. Your kind words really should be for my father. I was simply doing as he asked. It was his idea for me to go to the university and investigate. It was Brett. So, yeah, Brett's original plan was just to poison him and leave, and then nobody would have cared. But because Ryunosuke showed up, she had to change her plan and try to pin the crime on him. But it seems like she's not going to go to jail. I feel like she's going to try to get scot-free just because she's English. I was simply doing as he asked. It was his idea for me to go to the university and investigate. Your father? Ah, yes, of course. Forgive me intruding on court proceedings, Your Excellency. Susato Mikotoba, Judicial Assistant to the Defense. Speaking of Mikotoba... there you are. I believe congratulations are in order. There's the man. Naruhodo, you did an excellent job. Thank you, Professor. Oh no, it is I who should be thanking you. After all, your efforts exposed the true criminal that took the life of my good friend. Good friend? Oh yes, you mentioned that before. It was you who actually invited Dr. Wilson to University, was it? Wasn't it? Yes, that's right. Professor Mikutova studied overseas himself. He went to study forensic medicine in Great Britain. Ah, he knew forensics. Presumably that's when you met Dr. Wilson? Exactly. In those days, we worked together in the same hospital. Oh, you worked together? I've never heard you mention that before. Well, it was a long time ago now. Besides, it's your turn, Asuki. Great Britain is a magnificent country. It leads the world. In science, medicine, engineering, culture, and of course, in law. Watch and learn, my boy. See what's happening in the world's largest melting pot. I will. I'll learn all that I can. I swear on this, the spirit of the Asoki clan. Not taking that sword to Great Britain, are you? Of course I am. The Japanese man's katana is his soul. This blade shows me where I need to go. And cuts down anything that gets in my way. Yes, I've definitely seen how sharp it is already with my own eyes. Yeah, Slice made his hair go down, man. That reminds me, what's happened to the woman? To Giselle Brett, I mean. After all, she's guilty of murder. Yes, her. It's not easy to tell you this, but... What do you mean? Surely she's going to face trial herself now. She's a true culprit after all. She will be leaving Japan in the very near future. For Shanghai? Why is she going to Shanghai? What? Shanghai? This is highly suspicious. Giselle Brett will not appear in court again in this country. I'm certain of that. What? But why not? It's a matter of consular jurisdiction. Oh, you! Inspector Hosonaga! It was a hard-fought battle in the courtroom today. Very impressive to watch. I must congratulate... But what's all this about consular jurisdiction? We cannot try this particular foreigner for crimes here in Japan. What? We can't try her? Why not? That makes no sense. But then who? Who's going to bring her to justice? A British consular's court will hear her case. Somewhere far away where our voices can't be heard. But why a consular court? Professor, I simply don't understand. I thought consular courts were a thing of the past now that we signed the Friendship Treaty. Yes, in normal circumstances, you're right. Then, so long as this is not a serious incident of a highly political nature to our respecting governments, they can't invoke a consular court just like that. Oh, can't they? Yes, she's a student, but it doesn't justify our governments making secret agreements about her fate, does it? Something strange is going on. I can admit, but it... Yeah, we're all of us are the same way, Druss. We're doing the best we can. And that's all we can do, you know? I appreciate the words. I'll see you after your shower, Druss, okay? I'll still be here for sure. Gonna go for a couple more hours. Something strange is going on. Yeah. Here, you get a heart. Deserve it. Yeah, this reeks of suspicion. It makes no sense to have a consular court when this isn't a government issue. This is a crime that happened in Japan, but because it's between English people, it's not allowed to be here. So Miss Brett can't be held accountable for actions here in Japan. I'm afraid that for the young student, today's trial was nothing more than a game all along. There was never any danger of comeuppance for her. I don't believe it. The British government's Foreign Affairs Ministry has demanded that we hand over custody of Miss Brett. They're obviously taking this case of a foreign student committing murder very seriously. But it makes no sense to just suddenly do this. But it's all going to change from now on. We can make a change. This is a time of great turmoil. This new era heralded by the start of the 20th century. Well, here you go. We're in the early 1900s. One day, I have no doubt, that woman will receive the judgment she deserves. Yes, change is coming, and we're the ones driving it. Well, I think that's enough seriousness for now. This evening calls for a celebratory drink. Woo! Let's toast. A professor? You're right. This is no time for gloomy faces. We should be celebrating Ryunosuke's not guilty verdict. Let's start having some fun. In that case, might I suggest Lord Carnival? As the head waiter, I should be delighted to provide you with ample food and drink. You're a detective, Hosanaka-san, aren't you? Let's not worry about details for now. The Carnival! Will you accompany us, Professor? Of course. The Carnival's food is second to none. I shall go and attend to the paperwork for Naruhodo-san's release. Oh, yes, thank you. Woo! Innocent of all charges. So Jill Brett won't be tried here. I suppose that means I'll never know. I'll never find out why she killed Dr. Wilson. That is true, we don't know why. Like, what is the point? Like, what was she trying to get out of it? Kazuma? Yes, Ryunosuke? I just want to say thank you again, that's all. You really saved my skin today. I didn't do a thing. You were the lawyer in there, weren't you? That defense was all your own work. Your skills made a difference, though. One day, I bet you'll be the best lawyer in the world. I'm not so sure about that. To be honest, something kept occurring to me over and over again during the trial. I couldn't help thinking maybe you're the one destined to become a great lawyer, not me. What? Come on, be serious. Ow. I helped you today. It was only right at the very start of the trial. But you have a natural talent for it. For being a defense lawyer, I mean. Oh no, not me. All intense verbal combat? I never want to go through that ever again. I did what you told me to do, that's all, because I knew I could trust you. That's the point. Sorry? What do you mean, that's the point? Listen, Ryunosuke, do you know what the most crucial weapon is that any lawyer needs in order to win? Knowledge of the law? No. The ability to believe. To believe? To believe what? A defense lawyer has to fight for his clients. He has to believe in them at all times. Like you believed in me when I said you didn't do it. I'm human, just like you. I don't have some superhuman ability to know the truth. You have to make a choice about what to believe in and stick to it when you're defending someone. Sometimes in the courtroom, you can really be backed into a corner. But being able to remain faithful to what you chose to believe in even then, well, that's not something that anyone can do. It takes a special kind of person. Believing in your client. The reins are getting passed to us, I think. I also had this avatar for over an hour. I've been so focused. I just realized I never noticed when I still have the male avatar, or have the female avatar on. So let's just switch since we're calming down. Here we go. Better. Just look at today's trial. I'm a student lawyer with precious little real experience. You never stop believing in me. Well, you face seemingly hopeless situations time and again, but you never stop looking for the truth. In the end, you found it. Through your own efforts, and because you never stopped believing in me. Thanks, Kazuma. There's something I want to ask you, actually, Ryunosuke. Well, it's a favor, really. Something very important to me. It sounds serious. What is... Ah! You're still here, aren't you? Oh, Inspector Hosonaga. I've arranged some rickshaws for us. Let's go. Thank you. We'll be right there. Come on! Give us the reins! Let's pick up this conversation again later. You should be celebrating right now. Your first court victory. And your... Ah! I got tackled. Hi, Zod. I'm not guilty now. We just finished the case. And yours studied to a great brain, don't forget. Ah, yes, that too. Oh, I did it. So my very first trial came to an end. Kazuma, Professor Mikotoba, Susato-san, who acted as my assistant, Inspector Hosonaga, who didn't really play much of a part, but still. Ha! Wow. It was because of the help and support of all these people that I managed to get through that trial. Oh, that's funny. But more importantly, also I hadn't yet managed to ask his favor of me. Little did I realize just how much it would change my life. And let's go. Trial 1. Episode 1 ends. Oh, what a great start, man. Episode 2, The Adventure of the Unbreakable Speckled Band. Nice. Hydrate and stretch. I literally just drink water. I'll definitely stretch my body out. What's good is that my body does seem to be almost fully, like, not sore. Because I think my muscles have been sore for days from that one workout I did. Specifically my thighs. Which means I really need to do more and build up my muscles. Because I don't think they're as strong as I thought they were. To just be that sore for days. So I'm gonna give it a couple more days, and then I'm gonna try to do another workout and see how that goes. Ooh. I'll be careful. All right, let's go to episode 2. Why are you going? Oh, whoa. Alright, The Adventure of the Unbreakable Speckled Band. Let's do this.
In a corner of that small, dark room, Sholmes and I waited with bated breath. In time, there came from the ventilator a hiss and a soft, almost growl-like sound. Suddenly, Sholmes sprang into action, lashing furiously with his cane at a point in the darkness. "You see it, Wilson?" he yelled, his tense voice reverberating through the air.
Okay, Zod, you
I
sleep
raised
well,
my
okay?
dark lantern's shutter, and the room slowly came into view. Sholmes was staring intently at one particular corner when he started whispering to me.
I'll enjoy this next episode for sure, Zod.
Final words. The Speckled Band. I believe this is the terrible coil to which you referred, Wilson. In front of us was an enormous adder, its fangs bared as it threatened to strike. It truly was the most terrible speckled band I had ever seen.
What is happening? I'm so confused. Alright, so, wow, a couple months later, January 9th, 6:37 a.m., on board the steamship Burya. So what, we're not... What?
So then, let us unravel this mystery and discover what events led to this curious murder. Pray, do excuse me. The cabin door was bolted from the inside when the man was killed.
What's happening?
No marks to suggest the bolt was tampered with in any way. So, this would appear to be a locked room mystery.
Hey, locked room mystery. I love those kinds of mysteries.
On the floor. Almost certainly with the ink from this upset bottle. A Russian word. So the victim was a Russian man then. And the letters are well formed, suggesting he was compos mentis at the time. This is a most extraordinary script. And evidently not penned by the same hand as this message. In fact, I deduce it was written by someone of a different nationality.
What? What is
This
happening?
seal was placed just prior to the incident by the victim himself, I would venture. Well, what have we here?
Who are you, and what do you think you're doing here?
No one must touch before maritime police come. We must wait.
That won't be necessary. You see, in less than 5 seconds from now, I will reveal the killer to you.
What? Don't be absurd. This is murder. And in cabin locked from inside.
Ah yes, the locked room. But that mystery is paper thin.
You don't mean the culprit is in there?
Who are you, and where have you come from?
I'm a great British consultant detective, the only one in the world. Sherlock Holmes. I presume...
Why is he pretty? Sherlock Holmes, huh? That was quite the intro. My head is throbbing. What's going on? Something's not right here. There's trouble in the air. Wait, were we in the closet? Wait, I can't move. What the? Why am I in handcuffs? So, you wake up now, Oh wait, these are Russian. We had to drag you out of the wardrobe. I do not believe how you cannot wake up. You are a true cold-blooded man. Pretty boy, woo. You. You found me then. Da, we found you, and now you pay. Criminal. How long are you hiding in a tiny wardrobe, Sorry. Now you have been found. It is time to admit your crimes. Unless you want to find out how cold the ocean is, No, I'll tell you everything. There's only one thing I'd like to know from you. Isn't that... Why did you do it? Why did you take his life? Miss Sato? Wait, what did you just say? Take his life? Where is he? Where's Kazuma? No! Kazuma's dead? What? What the fuck? Why? Why Kazuma? You pretend you do not know. You are the wolf in the sheep's pelt. You are the killer. Do not try to make excuses. What? Kazuma's body was discovered not long ago. Here, in this very cabin. that was bolted shut from the inside. His body? Please, do not try to tell us you were doing this terrible thing in your sleep. Kazuma's dead? But he can't be. And these handcuffs, surely you don't think I have to know. Why did you take Kazuma-sama's life? Answer me, please! No. Why do you no? How do you start like this, game? How do you start this second episode? Kazuma, it was just 2 short weeks ago. Are you sure about this? Won't we get in trouble? Don't you find it fun being a stowaway? Besides, how else could you come to England with me to study? Oh, he wanted to take us with him. It was really something else when they brought your luggage in here earlier, though. The way that Russian crewman just tossed your traveling case on the floor, I thought I was going to die. Yes, I still can't quite believe that. I really didn't think you'd be able to fit inside my trunk. You must be even less of a man than you... Wow, what an insult. Hey, honestly, I thought I'd broken every bone in my body. Well, it's about 50 days until we dock in Great Britain. But if you can find yourself in a cabin here, I don't suspect anyone will discover you. I hope not. I get the feeling those Russians wouldn't be very forgiving of a stowaway. They're a sturdy bunch, that's for sure. What I want to know is, why do we need to keep a secret from the young lady? From our faithful judicial assistant, Mikotoba, you mean? From your close friend, more to the point. Surely we could confide in her, couldn't we? I don't believe she'd give me away. No, but if she knew what we'd done, that would make her guilty by association. It's best that only you and I know about this. I suppose so. Anyway, it's about the time that the steward is supposed to come and clean the cabin. I know it's cramped, but you'd better get in there, I think. It won't be for long. And anyway, compared to hiding inside my traveling case, it'll be a breeze. Yes, but what if the steward decides to open the wardrobe for some reason? Then I'll be in for it. Stop worrying. I tell you what, why don't you write "keep out" or something on this piece of paper? What? But then I can stick it over the wardrobe doors once you're inside. I don't know. We've only been at sea for about 15 days. Wow. How can this have happened? We were supposed to be going on this adventure to England together. We leave you at next port. Stay quiet until then. Don't make more trouble for yourself. Murderer. No, I'm not a murderer. Da. You said before. You said you admit everything about your crimes. No, that's not right. I mean, yes, I did stow away on the ship, but murdering my best friend? No one else could have done it. Admit the truth. Susato-san? Please, tell me what happened. I need to know. Very well. But there is something I would like to ask of you, too. Those eyes. She looks like she's ready to destroy me. This nightmare is getting worse by the minute. I suppose all I can do is try to find out what really happened. Alright, let's start with the death. He really has been killed, hasn't he? This isn't just a bad dream? And these handcuffs, they think I did it? They think I'm Kazuma's killer? When they found him, the cabin was locked from the inside. What do you mean? There's no access to the cabin with a portable porthole window, and the bolt on the door can't be operated from outside. In other words, after the crime, the culprit couldn't have escaped these 4 walls. What? Or, to put it another way, the culprit can only have been somebody inside this cabin. Or do you have some other explanation? This is impossible. How did he die then? What happened exactly? Still going to deny the charge, even despite the circumstances? Please, Susawa-san, you have to tell me. The cause of death is still undetermined. They don't know how he died? The ship's doctor is examining the body, but of course, he has no post-mortem analysis experience. I don't suppose we should learn more until an expert has been consulted at the next port of call. So presuming that means there were no obvious external signs of injury then. That's true, yes. Alright, so... it could have been another poison incident. What about the incident itself? Can't anyone tell me what exactly actually happened here in this cabin? I don't understand it. Why would anyone want to kill Kazuma? Presumably, that's something you know the answer to better than anyone. Please, whatever you say, you were here in the cabin after all. Well, yes, I was, but... he would always wake before dawn and do his training first thing in the morning. I was waiting outside his cabin, as I have every day so far on this voyage. But this morning, he did not come. I could sense that he wouldn't. Did that mean he was already dead when Susawa-san arrived at his cabin door, I wonder? I knocked, but there was no reply. Then I started to become worried, so I went to find a member of the crew. The crewman forced the cabin door open, and we managed to get inside. Jesus. There was Kazuma-sama, collapsed on the floor. And the white tape there now shows exactly where it was found, I suppose. I had no idea anything had happened. I must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow. I wish it wasn't the case, but it's just very hard to believe. It's all very hard to believe for me too, trust me. Now I've told you everything that I know. So it's my turn to ask you a question. Yes, alright. My head feels so heavy. I still throbbing like anything. Okay, stowaway. Why are you on board the ship now, Rakoda-san? You did something before being a stowaway, didn't you? Oh, yes, I'm afraid that's true. It's 2 weeks since we left Japan now, and I've been shut up in this cabin the entire time. I have no idea. How could you have got Ukai Kazuma-sama's cabin for so long without him noticing? No, that would have been impossible, obviously. Yes, of course. Kazuma invited me. He wanted us to go to England together. He actually asked you? But why? I'm afraid I don't really know the reason myself. I don't understand. Kazuma, why do you want this? What's the real reason? Why go so extreme lengths to smuggle me into England with you? Man, he never said a thing. It's an idea that's been on my mind ever since the end of that incredible trial. I think I told you then, didn't I, that you ought to become a lawyer yourself? Well, yes, you did say that, but I didn't think you were serious. You have a talent for it. I can assure you of that. I've never really thought about becoming a lawyer. Well, that's something you can decide for yourself. London is at spearhead cultural development, center of the world in many ways. There can't be any harm in seeing such an important place with your own eyes, can there? Well, no, definitely not. But on a personal level, if you were to become a lawyer, then what? Then what? Nothing. Forget it. What? Asshole, tell me! Kazuma-sama he was always saying the same thing. That he wanted to change the Japanese legal system. Perhaps he thought that he could do that with you. Yes, maybe. Something's still bothering me a little. The look in his eyes then, it was darker than I've ever seen it before. Susato-san, I'm sorry that we kept this secret from you, my stowing away on the ship, I mean. If I knew Kazuma-sama, I expect he was trying to protect me, to avoid me becoming guilty by association. That's exactly right, yes. We're perfect, in fact. Alright, so last night, what... If you're not the culprit, then tell me, what happened last night here in this cabin? Well, the thing is, I don't really remember. Cosmo brought me something to eat, just like he always did. And then I got myself into that wardrobe over there, just like I always did. After that, I... fell asleep? Well, yes. So deeply that you didn't even stir when Kazuma-sama was killed? Well, yes. I know it sounds unbelievable, really I do. But it's the truth. If only I'd woken up, then perhaps I wouldn't be in this predicament. For some reason, my head's still throbbing like anything. Really? Is something wrong? Oh, no, it's... Please forget it. Susato-san, you have to believe me, I didn't do it. I really don't want to doubt you. But the trouble is, there's no one else who could possibly have done this. Kazuma, I don't understand. Why? Why did this have to happen? I can't take this. Don't try to go anywhere. You're the perpetrator of this crime. You can't leave. I can't allow that to happen. I'm sorry. Cosmo was killed right under my nose here, and I didn't do anything to stop it. And now I'm supposed to just sit around? My hands tied while whoever did this walks free? No, I can't allow that to happen. Well, what do you propose to do then? I'm going to investigate. I'm going to find out exactly what happened here. I'm going to work out who took Cosmo's life, and how and why they did it. So I'm sorry, but you're going to have to excuse me. Yeah! Oh shit! Oh okay. What the? That was a Susato takedown. Hi Titan! How are you? So now... This is two episodes in a row where we're the guilty party. Presumed. Susato, what martial art form is that? We're still on the ground, by the way. I'm going to need you to prove it. Sorry? Prove it? I'm doing alright. Yes, your innocence. I need evidence. But how am I supposed to... Have you forgotten already? What you achieved just a few weeks ago? You successfully defended yourself in a court of law. Ah, I see. She expected me to present some conclusive evidence. I had to get Susato to believe me. Oh god, legs. I'll show her some evidence right now that proves I'm not guilty of this awful crime. Let's do it. The paper seal.
Yes!
Tell me, when I was discovered in the wardrobe before, was this piece of paper stuck over the doors? Oh, yes it was. I remember clearly. I thought so. Cosmo always put it in place whenever I went to sleep in there, just in case the cabin steward or another crew member decided to look inside. So naturally, he did the same last night as well. Ah, yes, of course. The gentleman who discovered you peeled that sign from the wardrobe doors before you opened them. If I were truly a culprit, I could have climbed back inside the wardrobe and stuck this on the outside of the doors on my own. Yes, that's quite true. In other words, it's impossible that I killed Kazuma. Well, even if you are sprawled hopelessly on the floor, I can see why Kazuma-sama thought so highly of you. Thank you, Susato-san. Now, do you think perhaps you could help me up? Thank you, miss. Yeah, I'm doing alright, Tian. I'm definitely having a lot of fun with this game. Lots of suspicion on me again, and we just started. Well, in the light of that evidence, I don't see any reason why I should stop you from investigating in here at least. Thank you. So you finally believe me? I'm sorry. No. What? I'm not sure yet. I can't rule out the possibility that you used some sort of conjuring trick. Bruh. A conjuring trick? What does she think I am, a magician? For now, I suggest you investigate as thoroughly as possible in here. I'll do the same. Alright, let's get to work, Sao-san. Please don't misunderstand me. I still have my doubts. Oh. I shall be watching you to make sure you do nothing that might disturb the crime scene. I wouldn't want you using your conjuring tricks to destroy evidence, for example. I'm not a magician! Right. Well, anyway, I should make a start on investigating in here. Done everything I can. Kazuma, I swear, I will avenge your death. Okay. I like the style of these. So converse. Nothing else. Alright, let's start examining in here. So where dear Kazuma-san was set whenever he was writing. London Diary. Poor Kazuma, he didn't even make it to his destination. It looks as though the last entry is incomplete. Which means what? He was in the middle of writing it when the incident happened? Let's see what it says. It could be a valuable clue. Hi-ya! Oh, what? That's out of the question. What? Kazuma-san may have departed this world. He does not read his private thoughts. But what if it's something important? Something relative to the case? Alright, I won't read it. Okay, I guess we're not reading it. Poor Kazuma-san. I don't like prying in people's personal matters either, but in this case, isn't the need for clues more important? I guess we don't get to look. Oh dear, that won't do. Oh, what's the matter, Sao-san? Whenever I'm examining things, I always find myself so focused, I forget to look around properly. Ah, yes, that's not good. I don't suppose you're as foolish as me in that regard, are you, Naruhodo-san? Oh! I'm sure you're careful to look all around using the D-pad, aren't you? Now, let's investigate all corners of this cabin. Yes, let's do that. I suppose my field of vision has been rather small until now. Oh good, there's a check mark on things we've searched too. That'll help. Alright, time to go for exploration mode. This is... yes, it's a bell cord contraption, I think. What do you mean, contraption? I read about it in a book I was studying, and they talked about life in Great Britain. Large households often have bell cords like this, which you can pull to ring a bell to summon servants. Really? That sounds almost magical. Shall we give it a little try? Yes! In the interest of cultural research, obviously. I suppose nobody comes for lowly Japanese people. No, I'm sure it's just that everyone is busy, that's all. Oh, sad. I think that's some kind of opening for a ventilator. A hole through which fresh air can circulate into the cabin. Isn't that a little odd? What do you mean? Well, this ventilator, if that's what it is, looks like it must connect to the next door cabin. Yes, it would appear to. You're right. If its purpose to allow fresh air into that room, surely it should be connected to the outside. That's true. Perhaps it's so that rain and spray don't find their way in when the seas are rough? Or something like that? I suppose. Maybe that's it. Huh. Alright, I can't look at the bed, sadly. Closet? Or wardrobe? It's some 2 weeks since we set sail from Japan. Have you really been living in that wardrobe the entire time, Naruhodo-san? I think living isn't quite the right description. Oh no, I suppose not. It must have been rather exciting making this voyage in your own secret hideout. The trouble was, I never knew when a member of the crew might come in. So yes, I did basically have to live in the wardrobe. Aww, last night was no exception. Because of that, you had no idea what was happening out here in the cabin. No, sadly not. Okay. Nothing. I guess look at this suitcase? That's a very large traveling case, isn't it? Yes, it carries a lot of memories for me. Memories? What do you mean? Well, that's actually how I stowed away on this vessel. I was brought on board inside that case. Yes, I see it says "this way up" in Japanese, which in hindsight I should have realized the foreign crewmen wouldn't be able to read. I was turned over and over and over, and then I was tossed on the floor in here. Oh dear, being a stowaway isn't as romantic as it sounds. Why would it be romantic, huh? That's definitely not a romantic thing. Well, it was less painful than the Susato takedown. Tuh! Truth. Words? Did Kazuma write that before he died? Looks like it's written in ink. He must have knocked the ink pot from the desk when he collapsed on the floor. Then I suppose he wrote this message by dipping his finger in the spillage. Poor Kazuma-sama, no doubt he was in terrible pain. It's almost unbearable to imagine it. I suppose he was trying to leave some kind of a clue in his final moments, was he? I'm sorry, partner, but I can't read your writing. I don't think that's Japanese, Naruhodo-san. What? Then what language is it? Please be to admit it, but I don't know. It's not a foreign script I'm familiar with. What does it mean, I wonder? You're super sleepy? What the wait, where'd he come from? Hello? Wait. Hold up. Where did he appear from? He wasn't there a minute ago. But yeah, Moth, I hope you get a good nap. Oh, welcome back, Truss. We just found this man just appeared out of nowhere. Isn't that lovely? Also, Kazuma's dead. And they think we killed him. As far as I can tell, it looks like he might be European. Oh, how did he... You've noticed the man too, have you? I have no idea who he is or how he got in here, but he looks suspicious and tall. Suspiciously tall. Huh. Naruhodo-san, don't tell me. Do you really not know who that is? Well, no, I don't have any foreign friends or acquaintances at all. He doesn't look like a member of the crew. There's something very unusual about him. And is he investigating Kazuma's desk or is he just playing on it? I can't tell. Well, in that case, we simply must talk with him. Am I just imagining or does Sao-san look almost uncontrollably excited? By the way, I expect that you've noticed already, but just in case, press X on people when they're in the crosshairs, you can converse with them. Alright then, I'll get that suspiciously tall gentleman in my sights and see what he has to say for himself. Oh, please do. Just... what? I want to look at other stuff first. Alright, I guess we can talk to him now. Excuse me. Excuse me, do you have a moment? Shh! This is a critical point in my investigation. Maybe I should leave him alone. He seems a little unfriendly. Yes, perhaps that would be for the best. Whoa! Greetings. I hope you haven't kept you long. Ah! Sherlock Holmes at your service. What exactly were you doing at Cosmo's desk just now? Okay. Ah, I see. Fascinating. Sorry, what do you see? It feels like he's looking right through me. Oh yes, everything is clear now. The train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized. You have been in Afghanistan? Just recently returned, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry? What? And now, while festering toward foreign crimes, you find yourself in the most troubling predicament. Oh, well, that's true at least. But how? How the deuce did I know that, perhaps? It was really a most elementary deduction, hardly worth explaining. Have you perhaps managed to deduce anything else? But of course, a great many things. There is no mystery, my dear madam. For example, you have fled your native land of Russia, being, as you are, a merciless revolutionary. Bruh. What is going on? You leave 16 victims of assassination in your wake, and now travel to England to blow up the Crystal Tower. And when the bewitted occupant of this very cabin discovered your identity, you ended his life too. Yes, I believe that summarizes the facts beautifully. No need to hide the truth now. Nothing deceives these eyes. Just to be clear, you are talking about me, are you? Certainly I am. Do you see another in this cabin who fits the bill? A Russian assassin with 16 victims to his name? I don't even see one person who fits the bill. So it's true. It was you who did this to Kazuma-sama. What? And you're planning a revolution too. It's shameful behavior, Naruhodo-san. Absolutely wicked. No, listen, there's no way Yeah! Now explain yourself. Tell me everything. This is ridiculous. Okay then. How could you do it? For pity's sake, open your eyes. I'm not a Russian revolutionary, obviously. Oh, forgive me. And as for you, what kind of deduction was that? You were just saying the first thing that came into your head. Ah, but was I not right? Whilst venturing toward foreign climes, you do find yourself in the most troubling predicament, do you not? Well, yes, maybe. Ha! There you have it, you see. What do you make of that? Well, to be honest, this ship is en route to England, and I'm in handcuffs at the scene of a murder. So I'm not really sure you could call it deduction. It's more plain observation. Indeed, an observation, my dear boy, is the basis of all deduction. My method is founded upon the observation of the trifles, you see. I announce my findings with a brassy certitude. And more often than not, I'm right. I don't think you introduced yourself. Aha, my apologies. How remiss of me. I am another and the greatest detective of the century, known to men and women the world over. What? 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 The inimitable Sherlock Sholmes. So, it's really you? The actual Sherlock Sholmes? The very same, the inimitable actual Sherlock Sholmes. Do you know this man, Susato-san? The most famous detective in the world? Naruhodo-san, of course I do! There's nobody who hasn't heard of him. What planet have I been living on then? I must ask him what he's deduced. He will have worked out the entire case already. He will have worked out the entire case already, I'm sure. Really? Why do I feel uneasy about this? Okay, I guess we're going to talk to Sherlock Sholmes. Great detective? So, you're a great detective, are you? Sorry, what was your name again? I have to, like, point... Whenever I'm voicing him, I, like, put my finger to my forehead. Like, to the side of my forehead a little. Makes me think smart. Indeed, I am not other than the one and only Sherlock Sholmes. Oh, I see. You're... German? Airlock, was it? No, I have no air. I mean, I have hair. Please, call me Sholmes. You can read all about my exploits in this exciting London publication. Oh yes, Ron's magazine, full of wonderful short stories and interest articles from Great Britain. I never miss an issue. I have it sent from England especially. Ah yes, here it is. The Adventures of Sherlock Sholmes. So, you're the protagonist of this series of short stories, then? Indeed I am. And you've read so many of your own stories, you started to think you really are a detective? Are they just stories? Is he not actually a detective? Make no mistake, I'm not the poor deluded fellow you take me for. Your inference is backward. Backward? My trusty biographer records my greatest detecting achievements and chronicles them in the magazine. You have a biographer, do you? Doesn't everyone? Mine goes by the name of Dr. Wilson, presently keeping shop in London. Dr. Wilson? I must say, thanks to that publication, I've been fantastically busy of late. Why, this very moment I am returning from Asia, having solved the mystery of a cursed royal crown. Wait, is it the same doctor who was with us in Japan? Really? I can't work out whether I should take this man seriously or not. Deduction, you see, is to me a science. Logical reasoning in its purest form. A science? Really? The astute observer notices even the most subtle reactions in the subject. A furtive glance, a twitch of a muscle, a slight inclination of the posture. Fingernails, arm sleeves, furrows in the skin, all these things are data. Right. And the trained logician makes deductions from this data in the blink of an eye. The ultimate conclusion is, without fail, the truth. Alright, based on all his deductions so far, there's a lot he doesn't understand. As I demonstrated only a few short moments ago. How can you look me in the eye and claim that? So you see, I have a turn both for observation and for deduction and fame. That is what makes me the one and only No, Sherlock Sholmes. He just said that it was his companion is Dr. Wilson. Now, whether it's the same Dr. Wilson that died in Japan, I don't know. It would be quite a coincidence if they were. Alright, Cosmo's death. Have you managed to deduce anything about this particular case yet? Have I managed to deduce anything, my dear fellow? Who do you suppose discovered the culprit in this most cunning hiding place? That's right. It was none other than the great detective before you now, Mr. Sherlock Sholmes. Ah, I see. In other words, I'm at ease now because of him. When I became anxious about Cosmo-sama this morning, I summoned all the crew members to force the cabin door open. And I concealed myself among their member, gaining entry to the scene of the crime. Yes, luckily for everyone, the great detective Sherlock Holmes was on board. And the handcuffs seemed to be an excellent fit, Mr. Naruhodo. The very moment I laid eyes on the scene, 2 facts were immediately apparent to me. Oh, really? 2 facts, you say? Oh, it changed. Okay. Alright, so what were your 2 facts? Mr. Sholmes, please tell us. What 2 facts were apparent to you when you came into this cabin this morning? My dear fellow. Yes, but first, let us be precise. The 2 facts in question were immediately apparent to me. Yes, I understand, but what were they? Allow me to elucidate. The 2 facts I deduced from a momentary glance at the scene of the crime were as follows. Number 1. The cabin was locked from within, rendering escape of the culprit out of the question. Number 2. The victim was Russian and killed following a dispute with an acquaintance. Hold on, Mr. Sholmes, what made you think the victim was Russian? Observe the dying message left by the victim on the floor. Dabibo. That is the Russian word for wardrobe. What? Do you really think Cosmo-sama could have left the dying message in Russian? In their final moments, many find their native tongue filling their head. This young man, Russian. Cosmo was Russian, was he? Initially, I considered Garderobe, maybe the name of the killer. A certain Robert Gard, perhaps? But in the interest of thoroughness, I decided it would be wrong not to look inside the wardrobe there at least, where you found Mr. Naruhodo sleeping soundly. Quite so, I found you, the renowned Russian revolutionary killer. Why is it that I'm Russian too? I observed that you were wearing the same attire as the victim. In other words, you were acquainted. And if my memory serves, that outfit is just for the Russian people. Please. Someone kill me now. There is so much he has wrong here. He really wants us to be Russian for some reason. Our school uniforms are the traditional dress of the Russian people? I had no idea. Susato. Girl. Please. You know we're Japanese! Why are you saying we're Russian now? Just because he says it? And I had no idea a detective could get something so wrong. I took a photograph of the victim and the message that I might analyze for possible hidden details. Can we see the photo? This was taken immediately after the young man was discovered, before the body was removed. Yes, Cosmo had already been taken away when I woke up. This is the first time I've actually seen him like this. Dead as fuck. Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, yes, thank you. Okay, so we finally got some evidence. Can I ask you something, Mr. Sholmes? What, pray? You mentioned Russia before as well, didn't you? You know, when you said I was a fearsome revolutionary fleeing from Russia and all that... Ah, yes, the train of reasoning that led me to the truth. Would you mind explaining that train of reasoning to me, do you think? Koyo? Certainly, if it interests you. How many times? I'm not Russian. I don't speak Russian. Okay, the deduction. Can we talk about your deduction before? The things you conclude about me, I mean? Ah, the now famously accurate, troubling predicament you find yourself in? Actually, it was the other details that I was more hoping to discuss. You know, the merciless Russian revolutionary, his Assassin 16 part. Ah yes, the more sordid details. It was a fairly commonplace seduction. Here we have this morning's paper. The main headline reads, Revolutionary violent Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai? Interesting. Wait, hold on. So, this is now... So we know... Alright, so I'm gonna have to make sure I remember all this. So Brett is going to be going to Shanghai, or is already there. I'm just adjusting myself as I talk. But now we know there was a Russian revolutionary that fled to Shanghai as well. So now I can kinda understand his reasoning for his deduction, considering they just left Shanghai yesterday. Maybe he's right that a Russian murdered him. Since when was Cosmo a Russian? It sounds like Mr. Jones concluded he was Russian because of what Cosmo-sama wrote on the floor. It was a simple act of reasoning to realize that the culprit of this crime was the same merciless revolutionary. One who would kill the very man who helped him to escape after his true identity was discovered. Yes, you. Villain Bolshevik. No, how can it be me? I really like this man, just look at his face! Well, you are a fearsome revolutionary after all. Therefore, you have no doubt learned to revolutionize your appearance as well. Someone slap him across the face. Please. Please. And I might add, your name does not appear on the ship's passenger list. Need to say more? Well, that's because I'm a stowaway. The other details, the 16 victims of assassination and blowing up the Crystal Tower? Yes, the journalist clearly interviewed the man and printed all those particulars in the article. Diane, it's okay. No! Don't give me that look! The deeds the man has perpetrated thus far and those he is plotting. Yes, everything about this revolutionary Bolshevik was included. There can be no mistake. Do revolutionaries usually agree to interviews with newspaper reporters, I wonder? And what about the part where you said I was just returning from Afghanistan? Also, quite clearly stated here in the article, Bolshevik has recently returned after a period of subversive activities in a war-torn region of Afghanistan. Where even is it anyway? This Afghanistan place. Oh, he doesn't even know what the country is. Here, take the paper for yourself, as a little memento of this great deduction. Oh, thank you? I observed all that is of interest to me within its pages, but I see no rubbish bin nearby. Okay, so the headline reads Revolutionary Villain Bolshevik Police Russia via Shanghai. And you may find the article on the back page of interest as well. On the back, cast drag over sometime if the interest takes you, but you may need someone to interpret. It's all written in Russian. I kind of hope to read it. I suppose I wouldn't hurt just to glance at the article. Maybe there might be a picture or two. Alright, let's take a look then. Just curious if there was like anything possible. The magnifying glass hasn't done much. Alright, let's take a look at this. I'm afraid I can't read a word of Russian. No, me neither. No idea what any of this says. The pair of you floundering is a sorry sight. Allow me to offer some assistance. The article on the front page is of this newspaper is concerned with a fearsome Russian revolutionary. He reads, Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. Yes, you told us that before. He knows also that those who see the man's beard and brown eyes never live to tell the tale. Oh, good. Yes, he is fearsome. Well, presumably News Bureau photographer was alright, wasn't he? The solution is obvious, of course. If he despises his beard to that degree, he need only shave it off. I'm not quite sure that's the problem, Mr. Sholmes. Okay. What's on the back? Wait. Is that Brett? This is interesting. They found something relevant, Naruhodo-san? Well, no, I mean, it looks like it might be interesting. I can't read a single word, I'm afraid. No can I, but look at this picture. Perhaps it's about a beautiful young Russian princess, do you think? She's very pretty, isn't she? I suppose you enjoy articles like this, do you? Oh my. I don't know, I can't make any sense of it. I'm glad you noticed this article. Ah! Allow me to give you a short summary of its contents. Oh, thank you. He pops up everywhere, this Mr. Sholmes. It's about the disappearance of a young lady last night. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. During performance in Shanghai, the famous dancer was reported missing. She is, of course, the talented young... Oh, never mind, it's different people. Nikolina Pavlova. Why are Russian names so hard to remember? It would appear the woman was in costume, and she was found to be missing from her dressing room. Wearing the diamond tiara you see pictured was worth some 20,000 rubles. Oh, how much is 20,000 rubles? I have no idea, but I'm quite sure it must be an unbelievable sum of money. Susan-san's eyes are shining like diamonds themselves. The tiara is property of the Novovich Ballet. You would see the director is beside herself with worry. Yes, I'm not surprised. The company is most ancient and government Miss Pavlova and the valuable tiara. They requested international assistance at all ports with sailings to Great Britain. Could this be another case of a Russian fleeing his or her country? It does seem to be the Russian thing to do. That doesn't surprise me. I think at the time, like, Russia was not very enjoyable to live in. I'm not even going to dignify that with a response, Mr. Naruhodo. Okay, so we got the back as well. Okay. The revolutionary and the ballerina. So what were you investigating? You started talking, you were examining Cosmo's desk, weren't you? Cosmo? Ah, yes, the victim. Did you notice anything useful? Anything at all? Observe for a moment the desktop of the victim. We see that the victim was engaged in penning some text. London Diary. Cosmo is keeping notes of the trip. Ah, but I don't think you should read his private writings. It could upset people. Tragic. And something you ought to perhaps allude to before the act of reading. You mean you've read it already? It is my business to know what other people do not. Yes, believe it or not, I know a smattering of Japanese. Oh, I see. Well, you're about to know what a Susato takedown is. Susato-san? Aren't you going to throw the detective who went through trademark takedowns? I'm sorry, Naruhodo-san. What do you mean? Life is so unfair. Aw. Poor Ryu. Have some water. Anyways, to return to the matter at hand, namely this diary belonging to the victim. It would appear the final sentence is incomplete, as if the author were cut short. Tell me, what is the nature of the writing? Pray, be precise as to details. Oh, but I thought you knew Japanese? A smattering, dear boy, a smattering. Sayonara, bonsai, mikado, nado-nado. Is nado-nado a word? I trust you're soon be impressed. Huh. But this diary is littered with complicated looking characters of which I can read precisely none. So what was all that showing off about before then? If you would be so kind as to show me, I would be happy to read it to you, Mr. Sholmes. I'm much obliged, my dear madam. The final entry here in Cosmo-san's diary consists of just 2 short sentences. The first reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. A whistling sound? These are very deep waters. Pray, go on. The second sentence reads, 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. A speckled band? What on earth does that mean? I have no idea. I have never heard that expression before. The ventilator grill, you say? The man was presumably referring to the lattice there on the wall, which connects to the adjoining cabin. Yes, the adjoining cabin. Ah. So, I believe I've given you enough to consider for the time being, at least. Do you have somewhere to go? As it happens, the victim's writings in his diary have piqued my interest. The matter warrants for an investigation, I believe. And if I'm still too long, the seasickness takes hold. Oh, I suppose. You're thinking of investigating the cabin next door, which the ventilator connects to? Late detectives are a curious breed. Our minds revel at stagnation. We crave mental exhalation. So, yes, I intend to investigate, hence the truth will become clear soon enough. Do you think perhaps that we could go with you? No, that would be somewhat complicated. What? But why? A simple glance at your wrist should reveal the answer. Oh, please. After all, you're the prime suspect in this matter. No. We're trying to turn it into a question. You're the one who decided I was the culprit in the first place. Whatever do you mean? I have no recollection of naming you as the culprit at any point. What? Wait. You... What? You must be joking. You just said it only a moment ago. Dear me, you are clearly misguided. I would have no cause to say such a thing. Well, actually, Mr. Sholmes, I did hear you say that too. You're quite sure? Well, that's very strange. I wouldn't have said you had the face of a criminal. You know? Not really. So what, were you looking at my knees before? Some great detective you are. Well, anyways, that was then and this is now. What do you mean? What I mean, sir, is this. If you are the culprit, you must play the part more convincingly. Roll over and accept your fate. Guten Tag, you bluey butt cutie. What? You mean? Hello, Tez. How are you? I am doing good. I am having quite a fun time with this game, and this detective is something else. He's telling me to play the culprit role more convincingly. Roll over and accept your fate. Now he's just being plain rude. Stretch. Okay. And off he goes, how he just laughed in my face. His sense of humor is as twisted as his name. There we go. There you go. I'm back at Cold Fury yesterday. Oh no! You're good. Oh god, this game has been something else, man. Now, hold us on. What are you just? What are you just standing there for? Hmm? You must go investigate Captain store as well. Aren't you forgetting something? What about these? There's no way I can... Hiya! After Cosmo-sama spends dying moments struggling to leave us a clue, you're willing to give up? No longer accept your fate? As if you gave me any choice in the rolling over part. I think we still have an investigation to finish off in here first, don't we? Let's carry on examining what we can in this cabin while we wait for a chance to slip next door. Good idea. This situation doesn't look good for me, but there's still things I can do to help myself. And I owe it to Cosmo to do everything I can to find a way out of this. And bring the real culprit to justice. Alright, let's go back to exploring. So let's see, we explored everything possible over here so far. What is this here? What do you think this is? It looks like a broken piece of glassware. Whatever the thing was, it appears to have broken clean in two. Glass is such a beautiful color. It looks like a cute little Netsuke fastener from a kimono outfit. I'm not sure that sounds like Kazuma. He wouldn't have secretly carried a cute little trinket like this around with him, would he? And the mark beside it, what is it, I wonder? It has a sort of brick-like hue. Yes, you're right. It is the color of brick, isn't it? You know, I don't see anything of the same color anywhere else in the cabin. Huh. I see. So, to summarize, Tez, we were determined to be the culprit immediately just because we were found asleep in here. And the one that's dead is our best friend, who was supposed to stay with us, who basically smuggled us down here to get to England with him. The books have fallen over on the shelf. Look, they all toppled the same way. What's this? A statue of some god of the sea? Although he's fallen over as well. Yes, it's almost as if the whole shelf was ransacked and everything mown down at once. I wonder if perhaps it was Kazuma-sama doing his morning sword training, do you think? I seriously doubt it. Then perhaps it was you, Naruhodo-san, in a fit of rage? I want to buy or leave in the wardrobe just to mess up a few books and a statue. Maybe these things have been thrown about have anything to do with the case, I wonder? Well, I'll just set everything straight again. I don't like to see a mess. Okay. Oh, we can't look in there anymore? God. I have no ideas yet. Let's see this. These are the rules of passage for traveling aboard the SS Burya. It's essentially a request from the captain to all passengers on board. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. What? Why are you staring at me? Oh, sorry, I was just thinking, are you more of a dangerous object or a pet? Oh no! I can't decide. I'll be honest. I think Ryunosuke would be a pet. He would be Kazuma's pet 100%. He's got that subby mindset. Well, one thing's for sure, either way, I wasn't supposed to be in here. I went for help and the crewman forced the door open. This bolt had been firmly closed. It's quite a small bolt and not particularly sturdy. It just slides across to secure the door shut. But still, with the door bolted, there would be no way to get in or out of the cabin, that's for sure. It's no wonder everyone suspects me. Susanoo, please, no! When she glares at me like that, I feel tense all up and down my spine. I remember reading once in a detective novel. The culprit used a needle and thread to draw a bolt across from outside the room in a situation like this. Yes, that's a clever trick, isn't it? I'm an avid reader of detective stories myself. The door of this cabinet's frame are made of metal, and they seal together perfectly. There'd be no possible using that needle and thread trick here, I'm afraid. Stop looking at me like that! I feel pins and needles all up and down my spine. No! She really suspects everything about us. That's my dinner from last night, a roast chicken. Oh, I want roast chicken now! Yes, it was very delicious, wasn't it? But, did you eat it on the floor here? I'm not a dog, Susanoo-san. I ate it at the table, of course. Which begs the question of when and how the plate ended up on the floor. But Kazuma-san didn't like chicken at all, did he? No, that's right, he didn't, so he didn't touch it. It meant all the more for me. Oh no, does that mean poor Kazuma-san spent his last night on this earth with an empty belly? It's just too horrible. Now I suddenly have a guilty conscience and an achy stomach. Aww. Oh, look over there. The crewman, do you mean? He wasn't there before, was he? That's what I thought. Why don't you try talking to him? Probably because I'm likely to get yelled at again. I suppose I could try. Let me look at everything else first. Alright, only 2 things left. Seigi, the Japanese word for justice. The brushstrokes are straight and true, just like Kazuma. Yes, his calligraphy always was a reflection of his heart. Yet, can you really look at those characters without feeling shame knowing who drew them so thoughtfully? Of course I can. I mean, I'm innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to? You know you stowed away on the ship? Oh, ouch, she got him good. Now you're going to bring that up, are you? I can't win. Alright, so last thing is the sword here. That's Kazuma-sama's precious sword. Never went anywhere without it. Yes, he was always saying that Japanese man's katana is his soul. I believe he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring him on this trip. I suppose that shows just how important it was to him. And now he's gone. I'm not ready to let his spirit go just yet. I guess I'll talk to you since you've been in here for so long. Excuse me. What? I was wondering if I could ask you for a favor. Would you mind if I investigate a little outside? Grandmother told me Japanese people did not make jokes. But it's not true, I see. Sorry? The criminal asking pleasant God to help him escape? Very funny. We're in the middle of the sea. There's no chance of me escaping. Niet! You stay in this cabin until next port. Then it's up to Hong Kong police to decide what they do with you. You stay. Alright. There's no point trying to appeal to this man's better nature, that's for sure. Oh, that was it. Is something wrong, Naruhodo-san? Oh, no, it's just that crewman standing by the door. I can't help feeling like I've seen him somewhere before. Is that Honosada? Oh, yes, you're right. He does look familiar. Excuse me, sir. It is! What can I do for you? Why is he here? I recognize that face, but it can't be. It's him. And he's still coughing and bleeding. It is! I didn't know you were here, Inspector Hosonaga. Why are you here? What? Hello again. What are you doing here? I think that should be my line. I was so stunned when I saw you, my heart stopped. Nearly stopped? Nearly stopped, I hope. I received special orders to go uncover as a member of the crew and board this ship. Again? You certainly seem to enjoy undercover work, Inspector. If there's anything I can do to help you, please ask. I never expected to see this man on board. Perhaps his presence can help me out of this hopeless situation. Okay. Let's talk. Alright, what's your special orders? So, what are your special orders this time, Inspector? Yes, why are you dressed as a member of the crew? Okay, you gonna say something? I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. I take full responsibility. For what? My orders were to act as Asogi-san's bodyguard? What? It was Minister of Justice Shigoku who pushed for this overseas study tour to go ahead. And he entrusted me with ensuring that Asogi-san reached Great Britain without being assassinated. He was actually assassinated? Why? Assassinated? How could that even have been a possibility? I'm not sure. These are complicated times. There are tensions between the world's greatest powers. Minister Jigoku said we should be prepared for all eventualities. This is incredible. I don't believe it. Kazuma-sama was assassinated? Obviously, we couldn't give Asogi-san a visible security escort. Which is why I'm undercover now, posing as one of the crew. I see. And I didn't take my eyes off him the entire time we've been on board. From morning until night, every day. I never imagined it would happen here inside his own cabin. Not here on the first-class deck. I failed miserably at my assignment, and Asogi-san is dead as a result. I'm a disgrace. All I can do is humbly apologize. Inspector, if there's anything at all I can do to help now, just say the word. Oh, sweet. So he's actually gonna let us investigate. We're doing what we can to investigate Kazuma's death ourselves. I thought you might be. You didn't do it, did you? You're not the killer. Of course not. We'd really like to investigate the cabin next door. Yes, so we need to be allowed out of this cabin. I'm sorry. What? You've been deemed a risk to the ship's safety. If you to even touch the handle of the cabin door, that stormy-looking seaman there would surely snap your neck in two. I suppose I'm not just a stowaway now. I think I'm a murderer as well. Would it be possible to give me something to work with, do you think? You need something persuasive. What do you mean? If I had a solid reason why the next door cabin should be investigated, for example, I'd do everything I could to persuade the captain to allow it. Really, I'd lay my life on the line if I had to. But I don't see how... There may be a way. What? Really? Think of how you tried to persuade me of your innocence, Naruhodo-san. You presented me with a piece of evidence that you already had in your possession. Evidence? It's just the same as when you were in court. You must have done it many times during your trial. Simply select the percent panel and choose some evidence that Inspector Osanaga could use. So, evidence that would give us a viable reason to investigate the next door cabin, is it? Alright, yes, I think I might know what we can use. Play the captain, let's do it. Kazuma's diary. What's that? It's Kazuma's diary. Just before he died, Cosmo-sama wrote something rather strange in his diary. Strange in what way? He wrote, what looks like some kind of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. A speckled band? That is strange. Yes, we're still trying to work out what he meant by that, but what I'd like to know is... Don't tell me the ventilator, is it? You're very astute, Inspector. That ventilator clearly joins to the next door cabin. That's right, so if we can investigate in there, we might be able to work out what the speckled band was. Alright then. Yay, we can go. I can't leave this cabin at the moment. I'm stuck here until we arrive at the next port. The captain's giving me strict orders to guard the scene of the crime, you see? I'll have to entrust the investigation to you. Really? You're willing to do that? Yes, as long as you don't leave the first-class cabin area. I'm afraid I can't remove those handcuffs, though. But what about the captain? Aren't you going against his direct orders? I'm a man of my word. And I promise you that I'll lay my life on the line if that's what it takes to convince the captain. After all, I failed to keep Asogi unsafe. This is the least I can do. He's such a good guy. Let's seize the moment, Naruhodo-san. Just select moves and we can leave this cabin at last. Alright, let's do it. Oh wait, but first, look at this pin! Oh wait. Inspector, can I show you this? What the? Is that fabled Imperial Yume University pin badge? I'm not sure if it's really fabled exactly, but... So you're a genuine student then. Sorry? Nothing like me with regular schooling. You're something much greater. Is that what you were trying to say? Can I have my badge back, please? I've learned to start presenting pins every time. Okay, so we'll move to the passageway. January, 7:48 a.m. SS Korea First Class Cabin Passageway. Oh, I'm finally out of that cabin. I have to admit, this isn't quite what I was expecting. It's less spacious out here than I thought it would be, and this is most luxurious accommodation. Yes, indeed. Cosmo-san was being sent on the study tour by the government. That's why he was being put up in first-class cabin. Even still, this is about twice as large as my accommodation in steerage. Really? That must be awful. Is this... Oh, look over there. That's another crewman keeping watch, and he looks enormous. Ooh-woo. I don't know why I said that, even if he is sitting down. The door next to him leads to the second-class accommodation. I suppose he's making sure that no one comes in here who shouldn't. I suppose... like people in handcuffs? Son, you look like a little boy visiting a toy shop for the first time. I thought you'd be used to the ship by now. And see for 2 weeks already. Well, yes, I know, but the thing is, I was inside Cosmo's trunk when I first came aboard. And ever since then, I've been shut up inside that little wardrobe. It must have been a very trying time for you. Please, don't give me that pitying look. Okay, so first off, what I'm going to do, because I want to make sure I never lose anything, or I never miss out on anything, is that I keep saving between parts. Or once I go to a new place. So let's see what's here. What is that? Ah, a trap for catching mice. Yes, we have plenty of those back home in Japan. Although may seem to be using a lump of chalk or something as bait. Let me see. Yes, I think that's what it's called, cheese. Made from the milk of cows. Cheese? I wonder what that tastes like. They don't have cheese in Japan? You can't eat it, Naruto-san. The trap will snap shut on your fingers. Really? But... oh, I suppose you're right. You weren't actually going to try it, were you? All I've had to eat for the past couple of weeks is Cosmo's leftovers. You don't know how hungry I've been in that wardrobe? Poor you. I'll find a little snack for you later. Aww. First class cabin number 1. Yes, that's our cabin. Not our cabin. It's Kazuma-sama's. Sorry? Your accommodation is confined to the wardrobe inside the cabin. You know how to make a stowaway feel small, don't you? As small as the wardrobe I've been calling home. These cabins are the finest on the ship. My own cabin is in Sturgis number 539, by the way. 500 and... how many cabins are there? Oh, yikes. That's a lot. Okay, the alarm. What do you think this is? It's a very pleasing shape, isn't it? That's the emergency alarm. It's probably best not to touch it. Oh, an alarm. It says, press only in times of emergency. It looks as though it sets alarm bells ringing all over the ship and brings the vessel to a complete stop. Oh, this I have to see. What are you doing, Naruto-san? You mustn't touch it. This is an emergency situation. Just look at these handcuffs. You know full well that's not what the alarm is for. Oh my god. Rinosuke, why? If you were to bring this vessel to a standstill for no good reason, you'd be in an even worse situation. I wish everything would just stop. The ship included. If you have to do something foolish, at least make it something that doesn't affect anyone else. Fine. This door. This is it. This is the cabin next to ours, the one the ventilator connects to. Yes, the ventilator from which Kazuma-sama wrote that he saw a speckled band emerging. Maybe whoever's in this cabin can help solve that particular mystery. Let's ask. Oh, Jesus. Oh, excuse me, we, need to get inside this cabin here? Are you gonna say something? This sailor's eyes speak volumes. They're clearly saying, keep out. That's why I wrote on the sign we put over the wardrobe doors. Although this man's version is definitely more effective. It doesn't look like he's going to let us pass. That's a problem. Okay. This looks like a plan of the SS Burya. Shows each deck, look. The Burya is a large-scale steamship with a triple-thin-skinned hull. What a marvel of engineering. Imagine having to travel for 50 days, though. That sounds painful. Well, it's been playing on my mind for a while now, actually, but how is it that such a huge lump of metal doesn't just sink to the bottom of the ocean? Oh, that's really quite simple, Naruto-san. It is? Well, consider the Japanese archipelago. The islands of Japan? Yes, they're not metal, but they are enormous lumps of earth, many, many times larger than this ship. And they don't sink, do they? They've been floating happily on the sea since the gods created them. Well, I suppose so. I don't think that works. Let's see what this is. That's a huge book on top of the table there, and there's a pen next to it. Yes, that looks like the ship's log. Shall we have a little look through it? The writing is so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been meticulously recorded. You wouldn't expect a rough and ready sailor to have such beautiful handwriting. Oh, the sailor didn't appreciate that. And nothing. No reaction at all. I thought he might appreciate the compliment. I'm not sure that rough and ready is much of a compliment, Naruto-san. Even to a sailor. Anyway, last night's log is mostly blank. That means there was nothing to report. That's suspicious. That's the way to the second class area of the ship. Is something wrong? I was thinking about making a run for it, just for a moment. Things aren't exactly going well for me. No running. I might be wrong, but imagine the moment you reach for the handle of the door. That burly seaman would surely shoot you dead. Oh god. He has a gun? Oh dear, I'm sorry. Perhaps I went a little too far there? No, I started with my talk of running away. And there's no way I can run away with Kazuma's death remains a mystery anyway. Alright, you're the last one. Excuse me, but could I ask you something? You little stowaway murderer! That wasn't a good start, was it? Alright, let me try instead. Good day, Mr. Sailor. I'm so sorry to trouble you, but can I perhaps ask something of you? You little third-class lady's maid! Oh, we seem to have caught the sailor on a bad day, Susada-san. I am not sailor. My mother gave me name. I am Senior Crewman Biff Stroganoff. Beef Stroganoff? Oh, the best thing is just to avoid eye contact, I think. Oh. First class cabin area? Mr. Stroganoff, about this first class cabin area. Here we are, and finest part of Bluey's steamship. For very important persons. What sort of very important persons? Government officials, kings and queens traveling in secret. Many important persons. That is why I am always guarding this place. Gosh, that's amazing. But somehow I let stupid stowaway inside. I want to pick you up and throw you in ocean, but Stroganoff is not animal. Thank you? If I may, I was wondering, is the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's currently occupied? Da! Susada-san, did you understand that? That means yes. Oh, silly boy. It means yes. It sounded like da. I think it's probably Russian for yes. Or no. Oh god, that hit me out of nowhere. Excuse me. Oh. Oh. Genius. It is not permitted to visit other cabins without invitation. Oh, we need invitation? Well, it sounds like there's somebody in the next door cabin at least. Yes, it's tantalizing. Oh. What about the passenger? Could you tell us who's traveling in the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's? His name is Mr. Grimsby Roylott. He is very important Western gentleman. A Western gentleman? Do not think about it. He has nothing to do with murder of student boy. How can you be so sure about that? Mr. Roylott is authentic Western gentleman. Such a man would have no interest in lowly student from insignificant Far East Islands. That was harsh. Could you tell us when Mr. Roylott came aboard? That is not your business. Come to think of it, even though we've been at sea for 2 weeks now, and I've been in Cosmo's cabin the entire time, I've never once heard anything from the next door cabin. You felt like there's anyone there. Well, presumably, since this gentleman's occupying one of the first class cabins, he must be rather important, is that right? That is not your business. Of course not. Can I present? No, I can only examine. Last night? Are you on watch here all the time, Seaman Stroganoff? Da, all time, so criminals like you cannot come in, or get out. I wonder, could you tell us anything about last night at all? It is sad about student boy. Were you on watch last night as well? Of course. And did you notice anything at the time? Anything unusual? Hat! Sholmes, Saza-san? Did you understand that? Or net? It's clearly a no. It was clearly a no. I saw nothing unusual, nothing at all. And you didn't hear any strange noises, or sense anything was wrong in some way? I said no. Sorry. I'm not so sure. I could have sworn that he wouldn't catch my eye for a moment there. Oh, he's lying, is he? This is enough. I cannot say more now. Oh, it is time for me to report to Captain. You must return to cabin. Yes, alright. Bulkhead to second-class area, staying locked at all times. You escape when the lobster whistles on top of the mountain. Or, as English say, when the pigs fly. Yes, I understand. Well, is there a chance to go in? Good. Now we can investigate this area properly. Let's go. Definitely. Alright. Oh, wait. So we can look at this again. Look at the top of the table. There really is huge. There's a pen with it, too. Yes, I'm sure that's the ship's log. Shall I have a little look through it? The writing is so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been meticulously recorded. Alright. It's an rough and ready sailor to have such beautiful handwriting. Anyway, look here. Last night's log is mostly blank. I think that means there was something to report. That was it, still? I guess we can go in now. This is it. This is the cabin next to ours, the one the ventilator connects to. Yes, the ventilator from which Kazuma-sama wrote that he saw a speckled band emerging. Maybe whoever's in his cabin can help solve that particular mystery? Let's ask. Anyone? No answer. Out of luck, it seems. There's no one in there to help with our inquiries. How annoying. Ah! What was that? It came inside the cabin. Such a high-pitched scream. It must have been a woman. Stand aside. Oh, I'm about to break the door down. Where did you come from? Mr. Sholmes. I shan't be stopped when the fit is on me. I revel in kicking doors off their hinges. Please, wait, Mr. Sholmes. The door doesn't appear to be bolted. It doesn't? Then how did you dispatch this muscular urge? What way can I kick? I think we should go in. There's no anything else stress relief. January 9th, SS Korea, first class, cabin number 2. Oh! Who are you? Western gentleman? This man looks Russian to me. We heard a woman scream. A woman? Don't be absurd. As you can see, there's nobody but me in this cabin. True, this old man does appear to be the only person in here. But in that case, who just screamed? Get out, all of you, now! Please excuse the intrusion, but you're Mr. Currency Royland, I believe? Yes, that's me. And you are? I am the one, the only, the actual Roland Sholmes. You've heard of me, no doubt. No. I am a great detective among great detectives, one who adorns the cover of popular magazines, no less. So I assure you, you may trust me completely. I use that magazine like a business card. A detective? I do not trust detectives. We distinctly heard a scream emanating from within these walls. But there would appear to be a lady concealing herself within the wardrobe this time. Also, might I be supposed to ask you to open that small traveling case? What? Don't be stupid. How could anyone fit in a small trunk like that? Well, it's quite fashionable these days, is it not? Traveling inside one's trunk. Is that an innuendo? That's not an answer. Don't look at me. Wait, what? Oh my, did you see that, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, the case just shook. Leave, now. Otherwise, I'll call the steward. So this is Kazuma's neighbor, Mr. Grimesby Roylette. There's no doubt about it. This strange Russian man is hiding something. I couldn't agree more. Let's see if we can find some clues before that burly sailor returns. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to end things off here. I'll actually save on this point, because I don't think I missed anything. But yeah, that is going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for coming by on this Monday. Yeah, I have to end things off because we got stuff planned. I have stuff planned with friends a little later. But yep, yeah. You take care, Dross. I think I'm just gonna end it here. I'm not really. I don't think we have the people for to do a raid this time, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much. But yeah, thanks for coming by, guys, and thank you for the follow, Dross. I always say that just one follow makes a stream worth it. So yeah, you have a good one. Let's end that there. So thank you guys for all coming by. I have to properly end this off. As I posted my stream schedule on the server. I will be playing Horizon Zero Dawn on either Wednesday or Thursday. I'm not exactly sure which day yet. See how work goes. Tuesday I know I'm busy though, but that's it. So yeah, take care guys, and I will see you on Wednesday or Thursday. So take care, bye!